Uh-oh. Why is this not working? Oh, wait, 1 second. I have... We've got props. Got the Nongshim props. Thank you. Chat, is YouTube stream working? Sorry, they were taking pictures. Chat, YouTube is telling me that there's an issue with my stream. Is that true? Or is YouTube pulling my leg? What's up, Twitch? Hello, Vendetta. Hello, new friends. It's working. Okay. I mean, let me know in chat for YouTubers. Yeah, let me know in chat if there's an issue.
Pacific. We are
There seems to be some sort of issue with just Google right now, or at least YouTube in Korea.
No different
like, it took me forever to be able to log in. It was constantly giving me errors like, on the login page itself. I couldn't
you
even
mentioned
put
that you
my,
wouldn't after the adrenaline of yesterday's
information.
matches.
I'm surprised if anybody watching that stream shot
So.
last night. I mean, how can you? What an amazing comeback from RRQ. I mean, we're lucky enough to get to see
All
that
right.
today. So
Okay. Hope your rest was well. I rested too much. I should have grinded like 2-3 hours before I got here,
at least I had a little bit of a sleep in, and there's going to be more banger matches today.
Yeah,
But
I was
it's
actually
okay,
listening to the game
because
while I was,
we're
doing
gonna
my
get
run, and I was supposed
easy
to run
wins
just 3K, just, get
today,
a little
hopefully,
sweated,
just
and
like
our
yesterday,
team
and they'll
managed to
send me
turn
home
that 3K
early,
to
and then I'll
5K
grind.
with that
Today, we
comeback.
won't
So
have to order food
thanks
because
for
we
the
got
extra push,
leftovers. We got
RRQ.
side dishes
We're
in the
gonna
fridge.
see a lot more from
We'll
them,
just
of
jump right
course,
into
and,
PoE afterwards.
Everybody needed to cool off after that match, so it's a good thing that we have the Splash X bundle in the stores right now. Haven't gotten ours
There
yet.
is
of
an
course.
issue,
We haven't
alright?
managed
Your
to
hair
sit
is
down
still
on our
not
own
red.
PC to be able to sort
I'm
that
not
out.
sure if that's an
Mine.
issue.
Well,
After your run, I just hosed you straight down.
with the water pistols, we need those back.
Noodles
by
are
the way.
immune
We
to
need those
meteors
back,
because they have
especially
slurpers
since we're
protecting them.
expecting more of those kinds of matches today. And I think even more interesting for fans as well.
Nongshim
is,
to
the
champs.
Tokyo merch is
Man.
out
I
too.
just want
There are
Nongshim
a
to
lot
Tokyo.
Of items there that I am eyeing
I mean,
for
honestly,
myself.
just winning
I am
today
a-
is
I'm
top
a
4,
tote bag fan,
chat.
so I do
Top
love
4
that
is
Riot
insane,
Pacific tote
chat.
bag.
In all
just need the
honesty,
bucket
like,
hat.
Yeah.
we need to
Any
put
version
things in
of
perspective.
bucket hat, just put it on my head. I love
Top,
it.
by
Take
the
a
way, the
different towel.
bucket
I
hat
actually
I
like the
kind of
towel.
want.
The towel is
actually.
pretty goated. Honestly, all of this is
The
great.
poster's
I'll
kind of
take
sick if
any
you're a
one.
poster
Whatever I
person.
can get. Yeah.
I'm
I
not
wanna get
much
the
of a
towel. It's
poster
like a
person.
nice little yoga. It fits my yoga mat really, really nicely.
The badge pin is
Although
nice
I'm not sure if I
too,
want to be thinking about
actually.
VCT Pacific while doing yoga. It's
The
like,
t-shirt's
heart rate
okay
kinda
too,
goes up.
actually. But the bucket
I might
hat,
push you a little bit
the
more. I
bucket
mean, the
hat.
finals are sold out, so I think if you don't get your hands on this,
But
pretty
anyway,
quickly, it will also be sold
yeah,
out.
they also, like,
all of the people that'll be lined
they've
up
like
for the
never really
first
done
Are
that.
you
They went ahead
telling
and
me to walk
announced
out
the
right
on-site
now and just
co-streamers.
secure my merch first
So I don't know if
before
they'll have any
going
slots
there?
if
Yeah,
Nongshim
yeah,
does make
okay.
it, but
Quick
I'll
shot.
probably still go there
Thanks so
anyway to
much, thanks so
watch.
much. No, absolutely not.
would be legendary.
Absolutely not, because we have
Um,
our Pulsar Flicks of the week lined up here. And
You
we
think
know
I'm out of
Pacific
focus?
to be
We
this
can
region
fix
has
that,
just
I think.
Massive aimers, and this is
We
no
can
different
try.
at all, as we can see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't envy the person who has to whittle down the clips to put this short montage together, because there is so much good stuff here.
Is
in the
that better?
Pulsar Flick of the week. It just never stops.
Absolutely, we've seen
It looks
some
better.
Insane flicks on display so far in Pacific. A lot of clutch moments you're seeing from these players. This was crazy when Shiro was able to just transfer, get 2, and he's cornered by the paint
Yo, what's up?
shells. I mean, it's just been nothing but entertainment. and
Well, I
dare
wasn't
say
sure.
you're
I
gonna see
only
some more
got
today as well.
Yeah, it never
confirmation
stops. It never
like,
stops here in Pacific,
at like
especially as we
3:30
continue
3
through
p.m.
our playoff
because
bracket.
I mean it's
The
the
teams
weekend
are
and we
getting
applied
better
for it
and better.
last
The
night,
matches
so
are
like
getting
Riot
more
didn't get
hyped
to it
and more
until
hyped.
today.
I'm telling
So
you,
I was
just
waiting
keep
at home.
getting
I was like,
faster
all
and
right. I
faster.
mean, if not, I'll
Yeah,
just turn on at home.
absolutely,
But
especially
here we are.
since there's so much on the
we
line
are.
for all of these teams. We're now seeing sort of a different side
saw
of
the
these
arena,
players
it's
when
huge.
push comes to shove, and this is literally backs against the wall. Last chance for all of these teams.
Yeah.
Suddenly you're seeing these massive pop-up games.
Yo,
these
Sushan,
live games that are coming out from all of these players.
For
we
this
have
league,
T1 and Nongshim
best
today,
beginner
and
build
DRX
is
and
look
RQ.
up,
I'm
go
expecting
to
a lot of those live games, a lot of those
Max
pop-up
Roll
moments to
and
come.
Yeah.
or
For
I mean,
anyone that
quite
wasn't
frankly, just
around
any
though,
big channel.
yesterday, I mean, we saw the ship was sunk. Unfortunately, Noodles did prevail over TFM there. NS obviously stands for Team Noodles, so we'll see them
And
again
look for
today.
the volcanic fissure of
RRQ did
sneaking
take out
builds.
Gen G as well. It's crazy to see Gen G go out this early in the bracket. They are now preying on multiple teams' downfalls, including some of the teams in this matchup, which will see T1 versus Nongshim. For Nongshim,
anyway,
they need to continue to run all the way to the finals. For T1,
yeah, honestly,
if they win
like,
their
the
in today,
standards
and
have been
then
skewed
DRX,
because of
RRQ are both
G2,
very high
but
up on the champs points as
Top
well.
4 is
Yeah,
insane,
I mean, for
actually.
RRQ, it's also a pretty simple situation. If they win
Sorry,
their
Chobra, but I
eight,
need
if
Nongshim
they
to lose if
they are
DRX
out their
lose.
whole year
Joke's on
comes
you,
down to
'cause
this
DRX
match
plays
2
second,
that
so
we
you
will
don't
be
have a
seeing
choice.
later on today, but it doesn't get any more hype than that.
I mean,
Absolutely.
RRQ might just keep inflicting pain.
I am
on
gonna
Korean
favor
teams.
RRQ,
They've
though, in that
already
matchup.
made Gen G hate watchers. If they beat DRX today, DRX will also become hate watchers. The hate watching community.
Dude, the hate
is
watching,
growing by
the
day,
circle of
thanks
hate
to
watching in
Indonesia.
Pacific
Yeah,
is insane, by the way.
absolutely. There's a lot
I
of
saw
things
someone
that
post,
could
like, all
happen
the
still.
scenarios
It's
and
not
who has to
over
hate
for
watch
Gen
who.
G just yet, but,
It's actually
as Phil
insane.
mentioned, they are a big.
It's actually
they're the
insane.
big instigators now of the hate watching community. So stay tuned for
Gotta
that
start a
matchup.
Discord or something at this point.
Maybe, yeah. I would actually want to join that.
Yeah.
Why not? I want to see what's going on there.
I hate watch Discord.
Oh, this is a good angle
sure
where you can
there
just
are
see the
already
light
many
coming through the cap.
But of course, we are now beginning with T1 and Nongshim, and this is also a big match because T1, they are in the lower bracket. Yes, they are pretty comfy with their championship
Chobra, how's the
points,
PoE
nothing
progress?
is final yet, so
I didn't
they
do
still
any
need this
before
lower
coming
bracket run.
Yeah,
to
a
the
win
arena
today
today.
secures them
I
top
woke up
4
really
and
late.
that spot in champs.
I mean,
This
that
is
means
a
I
team
slept
that have
more, but
had an up and
I
down
wanted
year.
to grind
They
at
were
least
very
2 hours
good.
before
We saw
coming.
them
Failed
win
that,
over
but
their
then I
Masters
like
Bangkok.
by the time I
At
got
this
up,
stage
I
it's
wasn't
been a
sure.
little
We
bit
still
rough,
weren't
but
sure
they
if
find themselves in the
they would
lower bracket
approve
with it
my
all
our
to do
request
today
to be at the
against
arena
Nongshim
today or
Bangkok.
Yeah,
not.
they
So
are one champ point ahead of DRX and Gen G, and that
DRX keeping
makes
me up
all
till
the
at
difference.
least
It
7 a.m.,
really
the things
does
I do for
increase their
dopamine.
chances of going through to Chance Paris.
Hello,
Getting that one win
hello, Pyro,
against
hello,
DFM
Zin,
right at the end of the group
Zin
stage has
TV.
really helped them out here. They've already taken down RRQ in that upper bracket, and of course, losing to Paper X, there is no shame in that, even if they weren't able to push
No, the
them as
tiebreaker in
close as
playoffs
last
for
time. But the main
champions
thing I'm looking
is
at in
whoever
this
placed
matchup
better in
is
playoffs.
Meteor
So
has
if
been
it
on a
is like,
heater
let's say the
lately,
same points
and
between
also
Gen G and
there is so
DRX,
much
DRX would go
history
because
between
DRX is above
Buff,
Gen
Saxon,
G.
and RB, which I know we'll get into a little bit more detail later, but this is a very spicy matchup, and this is once again Korean veterans versus the new gen talent.
Yeah, it is very, very spicy indeed, and yes,
If Nongshim make
there
top
is
3,
that
we go to
little bit
Tokyo.
of a callback to
That
the
is the
OG
goal.
Korean squad
I'm
in
not
Vision
sure if we'll
Strikers,
have a
right?
watch
But,
party
of
booth
course,
there.
on the side of Nongshim,
I would still want
this
to
is
go, but
their
obviously
only
then
way
if I
to
can't
champ
watch
them.
party,
This point,
there
this
is
the only
that's a
way for
pretty
them
big
to take their
compromise.
future
So
into their own hands. So we can expect that
But
this
we'll
whole
see.
squad, this Gen Z squad, as many have said, they're
because they already
definitely gonna
announced the
just
list
go
of
full
on-site
throttle.
watch
It's
partiers,
a
so I don't know if they
long
like
road
filled
ahead
the
for
slots or if
Nongshim.
they still
They
have
need
like
to
a
beat
couple
T1 today
that they can
and
jerry-rig.
continue to win. But for them making it to champs isn't just a success story about champs. It locks their spot for Pacific next year, which is all important for an Ascension
Hey, what's
team
up, Ronnie?
like this.
What's up,
So
Tron?
the stakes are even higher for this young team.
Yeah, they've already guaranteed themselves a spot in Ascension, as well as their biggest competition, unfortunately, after taking down DFM. They
Boomer
secured Boomer spot into
We honestly,
Ascension
chat,
Pacific.
chat.
Did lose to Talon in that upper bracket, but one
No,
of those
I don't
games
think anyone's
was
thinking
very
about
close.
this,
The
but,
map of the road went into OT. They were able to take
Nongshim's
Gen G
got
out at the end
inside
of the group
information
stage.
today.
Nongshim are showing more and more promise. For me, they've been a middling team
We
all
got-
year
we
in
got
Pacific,
T1
a very
Academies at
strong
old
team that
coach.
just sat out of the very elite team. So
This-
I'd say top of the
we got
tier
the
two
guy who
teams
brought
really
up
in Pacific,
freaking
so the fact
DH.
that they may be relegated if they don't succeed in Ascension is kind of
Sungmin
crazy
used
me.
to be the
And it
T1
would be
Academy
very
coach
surprising to see
in
them
Stage
secure
1.
their spot in Pacific by making the run
He was
all
at
the way through
retreats
to
with the
champs,
main
because that
squad.
would mean they've hit a
He was
new
here
level
with the
of
main
form
squad
right at the end
during
of the year that
Pacific
they
Stage
really
1.
haven't been able to achieve.
What
man,
a story that
He's
would
got
be.
it.
Yeah, that would be historic.
He's got
It would
the
be
answer.
insane
He's
to
got
see them
the-
win
he's
that
got the
bracket.
counter
I think when we
solution,
take a look
chat.
at this team, we have to talk about Danby.
I believe.
The all-star duelist. They send him in, and he does not care. He loves going in, loves getting kills, loves dying. Does a lot for this team, but he's of course the one you got to keep your eye on.
I'm having a
especially on his
midnight.
signature
We got
team.
people
For
going to
sure,
lunch,
and
people who just
especially
had dinner, and
since
people
on
having
side
a
T1, we're probably
midnight
gonna
snack.
get
That's
a
amazing.
lot of that head-to-head going on. But of course, when we talk about T1
What
and
can
Nongshim,
DRX
we look at
still
how
qualify if
these
they
two teams,
lose?
we
I
mentioned
think
T1
so.
being an up and down team a lot, and for Nongshim, there's a lot
Who's
more
got the
consistency
map?
on their side, but it's just barely enough to break through, as you mentioned, Pilsky, those elite teams.
Yeah, for sure. I think, honestly, you know, if you look at the data comparison for both of these teams, the main things
Here,
I wanted to
well,
point
I'll
out
bring up
is
this
that
thread.
you
This
can
thread
see
was
T1
great.
is
I don't know if
very
it's accurate,
high
but
in
it was the best way to.
5v4s. They're the second in the competition behind Talon.
It was the
but
best
you
way to
see,
wrap-
if they end up in
to
a 4v5
write this up.
situation, it's actually much less favorable for them. I know that sounds obvious on paper, but the first kill is going to be very defining because you see, it's not going to bother Nongshim as much. They're quite happy to convert 4-on-5s. They have the framework to do it, especially with their style. And the other thing I really wanted to highlight was the timeout win percent. You don't give much credit or even hear anything really about Nongshim's coaching staff. But after timeouts, being even positive, being even above 50% is incredible, but having a 60%
61% is actually insane. The timeouts have been crazy
and I would say the same
impactful.
thing for T1's coaching staff, who I think are very underrated. I see a lot of narratives online that Autumn is not a
Chat,
good coach, or
where
Autumn
am I?
doesn't prep them,
Where's
or
that
this or
thread I
that.
want?
Their prep has been
Of the
fantastic
Circle of
into
Hate
some of these
Watch.
matchups, and I think they've come up with some very good rounds after some of these timeouts.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with you. I think
here we
both
go.
these coaching staff's definitely underrated. But like you say, Nongshim's so good when they lose that first death because they're so aggressive. They're not afraid to take these risks. T1 a lot
Okay,
slower,
I
a
cannot
lot more
confirm
smoother,
how
and that's very
accurate this
reflecting
is,
in the
but
stats here.
100%. Like, if Nongshim lose first pick, they might just
This
flash
is,
aside, and that's the best way to complete a 4v5 traditionally in TAC FPS. You lose the first
This
pick,
is the best way to
smash
think
the
about
small
this.
site. Let's get into a 3-on-3 and try to win the post plant.
I think it's also, you know, it says a lot about the core that's managed to stay together for so long.
Oops,
and
sorry.
speaking of cores that stay together for a really long
Wait,
while,
no,
we
no,
have
not
to
a
talk
browser
about
source.
the big match up here,
Trash
which
that.
is of course this little
Oh,
reunion on stage with Stax and RB.
It's got me weeping here. These players know each other so well. Played
Here we go.
together for an incredibly long time under the banner of DRX. They
All right.
went on some amazing streaks.
The absolute-
played in some amazing tournaments, but they're gonna have to go
Excuse the
head-to-head
language.
today.
The
RB
absolute
facing
cluster
against his former teammates.
that is Pacific
Yeah,
Champs
absolutely, and he's already had
qualification.
a little bit of a message
All right,
for
chat,
them in
this
the
is an
interview
amazing
previously,
write-up.
But there's a lot of history there. RB,
So
very
you
different
got
expectations for him. He's
DFM
looking to bring
eliminated,
this
Paper X
whole
already
squad
qualify.
of
RQ,
up-and-coming
if they
players
win
in
against
Korea
DRX,
to an upset
they're
over
good.
an all-star
If they lose, they're
Korean
done. So
super team
RRQ
that Stax
is like
spearheading.
playing for
It
champs
is
today.
such
It's
a
crazy.
historic
Nongshim
storyline.
obviously needs
You
to
can
make
see
grand
T1 have
finals.
already had some success
Talon
this year,
also needs to make
winning
grand finals.
Bangkok, and I think
So
it might not even be
they are
those
not
three
out
guys that are
until
part of the
Tokyo,
original
but
Vision
they will
Strikers
have
in the
a
building
chance
today.
tomorrow
I don't even know
and
if
at
Zest is on
Tokyo.
the Korean desk.
Gen
I'm
G
seeing him
Yeah,
is
he's
pooping
definitely
bricks.
there.
They
Yeah,
need
he's
DRX to beat
usually
RQ
around.
and
Yeah,
neither
Mako, of
Nongshim
course,
nor
coming
Talon
in.
to reach the grand finals. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot going there. Uh-oh, what's going on with the feed? Well, hopefully it catches up. It's important to note that since they need both Nongshim and Talon to not make top 2, then even assuming Paper X beats Talon in upper finals, Nongshim cannot be allowed to reach the lower finals because then if Talon and Nongshim are both there, then one of them would make top 2. And then DRX, if they win, they're in, but if they lose, they need neither Nongshim or Talon to make top 2. So, okay, so it doesn't matter if Nongshim wins today for DRX, quite frankly.
Oh,
Teammates
definitely.
for 4
So,
years?
yeah, so
4
DRX does it.
years.
DRX fans, you don't need to hate watch today.
Probably only just Valorant. Well, because I do know
And
that
then
these guys
T1,
were on the same
we
team
don't
as
really
well
care about
before
because
Valorant came out.
it's
For
not
a
going to
little
matter.
while as
Yeah.
well. Might even
Actually,
be
I do
longer
care.
than
Can
that.
they get in
Oh
if they
my
lose?
lord, there is a lot of
so
history
much
here.
history. Yes, there's a
If they
ton
win,
of
they're
history
also
here.
in.
The
But if they
better
lose, they
half
become
of the
almost as
Valorant
big
history
haters.
itself
I
have
love that.
these
Almost
two
as big haters of
playing on
Nongshim
the
and
same
Talon
team,
as
and when
DRX
you
would
look
be.
at the
They also
original,
become
like,
Paper
Vision
X's
Striker
biggest
squad and
fan. If Paper
everything,
X beats Talon in
the
the upper
very
finals,
high
T1
highs
secures
of the
champs.
original,
Ah.
like, APAC and the Korea scene
Okay.
were with that team. You have that mouse kiss, the epic mouse kiss in Istanbul, and their really, really great runs, and how they were symbols of this region for a very long time.
So there you go.
And now they are going to go
It's a
up
crazy
against each other.
circle.
So it's definitely a very, very exciting
It's
matchup.
great.
A
What a
lot of
great
it
way to
is going boil down
summarize
to our
everything.
map veto today.
I totally agree. I think there's honestly some very defining maps in the pool here, and this veto could
This
go
region
in
is
a lot
super
of different
stacked.
directions. You've seen some success from both of these teams on Bind. You've seen some shocking games from both of these teams on Icebox.
Dude, the
T1
Lotus, the
Icebox last
Bind.
stage
Yeah.
was pathetic.
Ooh,
I saw
does
Francis
T1
just go
try to
10
get
on
the
Bloody
Icebox?
Harbor the other day and lose me build diff. So I think there's certain
Oh,
maps
no.
that these teams have either shown
I'm kind of
promise or
curious
these
what
teams have
the
showed
map
some lackluster
is going to
performances
be.
on that
Just
could
because
make it
there's a
through
couple
this
games,
veto, and
couple
there's
maps
some
here that
risks that could be taken for these
don't
teams,
have good
whereas I feel
records
like a lot
for
of other vetoes, there haven't necessarily been a
Nongshim.
clear-cut advantage
Well, actually, a
in
couple
the map
for
pool for some
T1
of
as
them.
well.
Yeah, I think there's lots of ways it could go. I think personally, I'd love to see Nongshim bring Bind
Nongshim,
out.
just
I think
make
something
grand
like that could
finals,
really
please. I don't want to
catch
be too
T1 off
greedy.
guard a little bit, but I mean,
T1 don't mind Bind either.
I mean, chat, like
Yeah.
I said,
They've been playing.
yeah, I mean,
I
it's
think there's a
really
shot
hard to know.
today,
I-
but
this
quite
veto
frankly,
is
like
very,
I'm
very
so
open, and
chilling
I
this
think
week.
This is where the coaches
I'm
start
already
demanding,
happy with this season.
knowing the maps that they like really comes into
Yeah.
play.
Okay, the
This is
sunset
first
ban.
move that
All right,
he
they
made.
just
This
don't
is
like what
actually
they've
the
done with the
first round
sunset.
that he made
Ooh, the
seriously
corrode
especially with
ban.
high stakes on the line. We're starting on
And the
Lotus.
Lotus.
Yeah, I
So
don't
the
mind
big
that. I think
question
Nongshim,
is,
they've got
does
so
the
many
Waylay
reps on
come
Lotus,
back?
guys. They played Lotus 5 times already this stage in the last month or so.
I
T1
think they
0-2 on
might
Lotus.
bring
They
back the
lost to
Waylay.
OG
We'll
against
see.
PaperX, and
We'll
they
see.
got smashed by Talon. So, look, losing to what I feel like are the best two teams in Pacific
Ascent.
right now. No shame in that.
I
for
mean,
T1.
honestly, there
They should
has
still
been
be able to
enough
put on a
tape
good
for the
performance.
Ascent to be
And then
countered,
T1 pick Ascent.
but
Nongshim has had a lot of success on this
I think
map
Nongshim
lately. That's an
should have
interesting
been
choice from
somewhat
them.
ready
Yeah,
for
I
it.
find it
The
really
fact that
interesting because
Nongshim
we
was
haven't
willing
seen
to
T1
leave both
play this map
Icebox
a lot.
and
They played
Haven
it one
open
time this stage.
tells
But
me
Boom.
that
the fact
they're
that you're
fine if
picking
it goes
this
to
into
map
Nongshim,
3.
who
So
play that
Nongshim
Leon
most
and Viper
likely
composition,
Giga
I
focused
think
on
they're gonna
Lotus.
feel like they have a read 1000%. We saw DFM counter them on their attacking half,
and
stopping those crunches.
we're
So
at
I'm
least
very
going
much
to
looking forward
map
that
3.
match.
Look, I think we're seeing Lotus here, but
I think
just
the
wanna
fact
take
that
a second to touch on
Nongshim
the last
banned the
three maps. We
bind,
had Bind, Icebox,
right?
and Haven left in. Nongshim took out Bind. I find
Yeah.
that
I think
extremely
Nongshim
surprising
is
to me.
literally saying
Icebox
we know
and Haven
exactly
in
how
there.
to win on
Their
those
Haven
remaining
is
2
decent. They
maps.
play the
We've
Gen
got
G
a
comp.
we've
I
got
haven't
a
been super
Joker in our
impressed by
pocket,
it. Their Icebox
and
has not
we
been
don't wanna
great
be
for either
antied
one of
on
these
bind,
teams, so T1 is gonna
and
take
so
it
they
out, but
take that
I
out,
honestly thought
and
Bind would be left
they
in
just
as
need
a
to win one of the
third
first 2
decider and a middle
maps.
ground for both of these
Yeah.
teams, but
Hi
instead,
Chobra, it's 1
we
a.m. and I am
ended
so
up
tired.
with
Please yell
shakier
loud if something
ground, I
crazy
would
happens,
say, for both of
otherwise
these
I
teams as a
honk.
third decider.
Yeah, we'll have to
Hello.
see it if it gets there, but we
Shishi.
are starting on
Am I reading
Lotus,
that
and when
correctly?
we previously saw Nongshim play, they
Welcome,
swapped
welcome.
back to
Thanks
their
for
old
dropping
comp
by. I'll try to
with
keep
that
you awake.
deadlock,
We
and
are at
we
the arena, so there's a
piloted
better
it
chance that I will shout
well.
loudly.
I feel like this change away from that Waylay brute suited them a lot, and it really
T1
let
banned
them
Icebox.
upset
Stage 1 really
DFM on this map
traumatized T1,
yesterday.
huh?
They
The
looked
funny thing
very,
is
very
Icebox is where
comfortable.
T1 turned
Yeah,
things
I
around
think
with the
what's
Reyna
also good
against
about
Nongshim.
Lotus is, you know, both teams have had lots
But
of
I
rep,
think
they
that
are
obviously they
comfortable
just
on
have
this
more
map,
reps
but
on Haven.
their compositions
And I
now
think
have, like,
they have
solidified
faith
into
that
something
Nongshim's
that you know
playstyle
that the
doesn't
team is
suit Haven
willing
very
to
well,
run.
but I
Especially,
think
again,
the
as
fact
we
that
bring this
Nongshim
up,
banned
it is a
Bind
high-stakes
is
match
like,
indeed.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are expecting
like
a lot of
Nongshim
great
didn't care which
performances to
map it
come
was,
out,
map
and
3.
of course,
I mean,
we
maybe they just
individually
didn't
are
care because they're
hoping
gonna
for
win both maps.
specific performances to come out because they do matter in our build diff, brought to you by Acer and Intel. We have Victoria's team up here. She has Jemkin, Francis, Flashback, Meteor, and DH. This is
That's actually a
Okay,
stacked
so
team for
I
kills.
think a lot of us are on a similar
Holy.
train of thought.
Yeah.
I don't know if
we
you can make a
are
better team than that for kills.
you're literally just gonna. No, I think we have enough cards. I think all 4 of us can actually stay on the board this time around because I just have Monyet, who, as a difference maker. Can you stay there?
Push DH up a bit.
Can you TP up there, DH? Okay, yes.
Never
I
wait
can.
for the Pacific Games, which is why I'm never here, but I've been loving you being in a Plat chat more often. Thank you, appreciate it, appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been fun.
On that same team, if
Yeah.
I remember correctly.
Since the strawberry, let's go Nongshim, slurp by slurp, slurping all weekend.
Why?
Persia promised that we're gonna slurp all the way, that we're gonna slurp all the way to Tokyo.
We're
So,
saving space here, Morgan.
You're the same.
like, we're
You've
still
got Monyet
slurping.
instead of
Yeah,
DH.
one side of the
It has
board.
Monyet
Yeah,
instead-
yeah,
it has
we are
DH instead of Monyet.
We are sharing the real
gang, I
estate
might
here,
miss some of
okay?
DRX's
Yeah,
game. I
yeah.
gotta do
only have
Premiere.
one change as well.
That's kind
I
of
have
worth it,
Meteor,
though.
Flashback,
I mean, it
Francis,
should be a
Jemkin,
banger.
and
RQ should be a
have
banger,
Mark.
but
Wow,
I
okay,
wish.
so
Honestly,
yeah.
next year I should
How
try
about-
to
how
I should
about
try to
this?
find a squad to play Premiere with,
Wait,
even if
okay.
it's
Go like this.
just like
That's the
Korean.
only real difference between our teams here today, and I can put Pilski, I can put your name
And
right
guess
here
what,
above
guys?
my-
Because
what,
I think
guys?
that would be fun.
If we go to the cards
It's
this
okay,
week,
because
they've
I'm going to
got
miss the
Jemkin,
DRX
Francis,
RQ game,
Flashback,
because I have to go
Monyet,
grind
Meteor,
PoE.
as well as
If we
Victoria.
win, I'm going to be grinding
We
because
were
I'm happy. If we
all
lose, I'm
one
going to be
player
grinding
different
because
today. It is
there's
gonna
nothing
come
else to
down
watch
to
for.
one one player's performance in the server. We all have all had a
What's up, Novoid?
handshake agreement
Welcome,
that
welcome.
Flashback is
Appreciate
the
it.
best pick in Sentinel, Jemkin is the best pick in Duelist, and Francis is the best pick in
When are you
Initiator.
dethroning
That
TMV
is
and hosting Pacific
unbelievable.
I'm
Blast?
shocked that we're all so
I
well
think there would be a
aligned on
conflict
this,
of
to be
interest if
honest.
I
mean,
hosted the
normally
Pacific
We've
section.
been
we
spending
pick a
too
lot
much
of different
time
stuff,
together.
but
In
That's
multiple
what it
ways.
is. I need to get away from these guys.
that's crazy.
This is the second last day of the competition,
Yeah.
and it's very close. So this
Chat,
is
let me get a
insane.
cough drop. I like drank
Pretty
my
much,
coffee too
for
early
the
today
record,
without
by the
drinking enough
way,
water.
we
No.
did not consult each other.
No.
We didn't
No,
talk to each
we
other
choose
at all.
these entirely
What odds do you
independently.
give each
Very
team playing
strict
today?
rules. You're not
T1
allowed to discuss your
Nongshim,
team before we actually kick off
Right.
I think
no,
I
we
give
are very
T1
strict with each other. Pilsky was like, oh, I
Like
want to
a
help
55?
you today, but no, the integrity,
55,
like,
maybe
you
a
know, really
60
just boxed
at
him in there,
best.
and he did not
I would give
help me.
T1 a 55.
Somehow, we still
I only give
managed
them a
to be here.
55 because I think the
Predictions
player
for
caliber
this
you just
match,
can't
though,
ignore.
You are
But
going
I think
with
Nongshim obviously has momentum right now.
over there,
Um,
and,
And I also think
Hey,
the
what do you
style
think
of
of
Nongshim
Nongshim
actually
in their
works out
previous
pretty
game
well
as
against
well,
T1.
right? So
Both pick
why
Nongshim.
do you think Nongshim are going to win today?
I think Nongshim are back. I'm seeing that Ascension spark. And honestly, T1 has been very hit or miss for me this stage. I think T1 are a very good team. I think this series is going to be very close, but I think that Nongshim had the earlier game yesterday. They've had a bit more time to rest and recover, and I think that they're feeling very good about their play right now, honestly. I think that they're playing their old quintessential style, and I think that's going to work very well for them.
I think the
Don't get me
momentum
wrong,
is absolutely
I
in
can definitely
Nongshim's
see
favor.
T1 winning here today,
I
and
actually think the prep
think
might be in
if
Nongshim's
this
favor.
goes to
I
three
really,
maps, I think T1
chat,
will win. I
Sungmin,
don't really
not
have
only
much
is
faith
Sungmin
in
a
Nongshim's
giga
favors, to be honest. I
Chad
think
coach, but
Nongshim
he
needs
used to be
snag a
part of
2-0 on
T1
Lotus and a set
until
back
like
to back here.
yeah,
a month
no,
and a
you make
half
good
ago,
point,
2 months
especially
ago.
since Nongshim, they have shown that they can hold up against a lot of pressure. We keep bringing up that essential finals that they were
Chobra,
in
do you
because
feel
they
bad
had
for
a
Gen.G
whole
or are they
crowd cheering
deserved?
against them.
Yep.
And they actually managed to stand up against
I
them on
think
a
it's
very high
deserved,
stakes
but
match
I
as
still
well.
feel
I mean,
bad.
it did take Boom choking
Like
out
I don't,
well too, but we
you
won't
know,
get into that.
I'm not hate.
We'll leave
I don't
that for
hate
the
Gen
next
G. I
session,
hate watch
guys.
their Haven games just
Stay
because
tuned.
I want it to be
I'll go
punished
with
so that
T1
they
just
can
'cause I
learn.
think they've shown a more
Sorry,
consistent
my
level
mic's
throughout
speaking
the
really
year. I think
loudly,
they've
sorry.
shown some very, very solid Valorant. when
But I
they
still
need
feel
to,
bad for
and
them.
now they're back
Like it's
against the
rough.
wall.
I,
All of
and
these
the reason I
players
feel
have
bad for them is
experience
because,
compared to Nongshim,
quite
when this is
frankly,
their
the
first year in the
expectations put
league,
on Gen
I just
G,
think they're going to get it done today.
Yeah, there's
it
a
isn't
lot
even
of
the
that
fans' fault.
rookie
I mean,
magic
obviously,
that
if you're
comes in on
toxic,
the side
that's
of
the fans'
Nongshim.
fault.
I
But
think they have
it's
definitely
very
stood up
natural to
that.
have those high
But we're
expectations
gonna
for them,
see
given
how
the
much they
last
can
year.
actually take as they take on T1
But in
here
reality,
our
I think it's a
first
little bit
series
unreasonable
of the
in
day,
hindsight,
the
right?
continuation of our lower bracket run
But
here on
the fans,
VCT
we can't expect them to
Pacific.
take that into account
Playoffs
every time.
resumes right now.
So it's tough. But I think it's deserved, as in I don't think they are in a state right now where they are good enough to get to champs and be a contender under their own terms. I think they have. I've said it multiple times yesterday, but I just think I actually am a big fan of their baseline school of thought, their fundamental school of thought of how to play Valorant, how to play attack FPS in general. I think obviously great minds behind the team, and not just because of their rapport, but from what I've seen of how they did it last year and even the times it looked good this year, I actually think it's a lot of times the right way to think about it, like the right starting point. But you don't have the players that can execute it the way you want. So it's unfortunate because I don't think they figured out whether they want to pivot or not early enough. So it sucks. It sucks. I like the Gen G players. I like the coaching staff. I actually respect them a lot, as much as I joke about hate watching their Haven wall. I think it sucks, and I think it really hurts for them watching that post-match conference. So I feel bad for them. But do I think it's deserved, as in, you know, I think they were the worst team. I think they were not a team that was in top 4, top 6 form. So, you know, I think with how they look, actually true also, they looked like just absolute monsters in the beginning of Toronto. I mean, you know, Texture playing the best Valorant of his life.
T1. The
So.
elimination matches continue.
No, they have
here
been like
on
this
the
for a
Pacific
while, but
stage with
they
T1
it's
and
literally the
Nongshim.
fact of they
A
kept
tough
getting
loss
away
for
with a
VRX
lot
T1
of
tumbled
Giga
to the
heroics,
lower
right?
bracket,
So
and now it is
it's
do
rough.
or die for them. If they want to head to Tokyo and take the Pacific throne, despite the global
Did you see the
trophies,
comeback of?
they've
I watched
never
a
been on
little
top
bit of the
Pacific,
comeback
and
of
they
map
need this
2,
win if they're
and
going
then
to rewrite
I
that
followed
story.
along
Yeah,
with the
very
score
true,
of map
Rika.
3.
They've experienced the highest of highs, winning Masters Bangkok. But over in Pacific,
Without the bias you
they've
have towards
always found
Nongshim
it
as
hard to
Pacific
get
Laser,
the
do you think
wins
Pacific
here.
would be
But
better in chance with or
Nongshim
without
will be their
Gen.G?
opponent,
Without.
a young squad, and I think they need to use their experience,
Without.
harness their
If
collective knowledge,
but it would
and
be I would
secure
be
their
saying
champ
something
power
different if
spot
they had
today.
made a run.
For
If they
sure,
had made a
this
run, I
is
would be like,
more than just
despite
an elimination
on a
match for
macro
them,
level, me
this
thinking they're
also
not a top 4
determines
team,
their future.
their
They're
individuals are so
clearly
good
the
that
underdogs in
they
this
simply
matchup,
could
but
be
there is
an
a world where
absolute
this team
banger,
stays in Pacific.
like wild
There's
card
a
or fourth
world where
seed.
this team makes
But
it
they
to
didn't.
champions,
So,
but
in
it's
my
T1
opinion,
that stands in their way
then
first.
Pacific
Can
is better
this
without
team
them at champs.
do the impossible?
Nongshim are the new kids on the block here in Pacific. They came through as Ascension representatives.
Yeah,
The
Wolves
young
exposed Gen.G
Korean
hard, and
squad
ever
have
since then
already
it's
had
been
a
tough.
hand in upsetting
But, like,
Gen.G
but
and
not
being
enough
a little
teams
bit
punish
of
them.
the
You know what I
prisoners
mean?
of
Like, that's
their
why I
demise.
kept
Now
calling
it's
for the
time to
Haven
do
punish.
this
Is
map.
it the Waylay
T1
or is
loves
it
to
the
play these
Neon,
double
chat?
duelists. They love to play fast. They're going to be starting out on that attack. My main
It
thing
is
that I'm looking
Neon
at is
Euro
what
on
comp
the
are
other
Nongshim going to
side.
run.
Yeah.
You know, they could still run the breach comp. That was totally fine, honestly.
I think it
against
could
Gen
go
G.
back
They
to
could
the
stick with
Waylay.
this deadlock comp. The other thing I'm looking at
Thank
is
you,
RB
Johnson
on
Bit.
defense got absolutely
Appreciate it.
isolated.
Appreciate it.
and
Have a
picked
good one.
apart on Mount. I believe it was against Talon.
If Pacific wants to win champs, who would be the best 4
He needs
teams?
to make sure he gets his ducks in a row this time around. He had a better performance against
I actually think Talon,
Paper
Paper X for sure. Not just because they're in upper finals, but Talon, Paper X for sure.
Stacks is going to be saying, hey guys, he was born in 2000 or 2001.
He's
Do you know how old that is?
I mean, quite frankly, I think the winners of today's matches. I don't think like both T1 Nongshim or both RQ DRX. Obviously that can't happen, but I don't think I would agree with that. But it's simply because my gut tells me Nongshim and RQ, but that depends on how both of them look. But Nongshim and T1 is kind of interchangeable in my book. Okay, they're sticking with the Neon. I guess you do play the Deadlock with the Neon, so.
It is their quintessential style. They are back in that Ascension form. You're seeing the Sparks
I'm okay with this.
Francis on the
Do you genuinely think Talon are going to do anything at champs? I genuinely think so.
It's going to be a recipe for success today.
If they do not get Giga stomped by Paper X tomorrow, I think Talon will have impact at champs. I really think so.
Will be charging down with that Neon, going head to head with Danby. T1
The Nongshim jacket has a ventilator pocket at the back. Nice touch. Yeah, the jacket's really nice. It's really light too. It's really light, and it's got decent ventilation. It's nice.
Big matches for this team. We're gonna see if he can do just that against Nongshim, who also needs such an amazing performance here today.
I believe we're seeing one change up for T1 though, and we've seen this a couple of times.
I slept alright. I slept too much. I should have grinded more PoE before coming to the arena.
Back and forth for a little while. I think Vice actually plays better into the Nongshim style. They're going to try to isolate Danby in front of the Sheer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they absolutely have their eyes on the duelists on both sides, and we're going to
Score
have
prediction?
all eyes on this.
Honestly, with the map
T1 and
draft,
Nongshim, we're going to start on Lotus, and we're going to toss
I don't
to
think it's a
Quack and
2-0 for
Komodo.
T1. I think there's a chance it could be a 2-0 for Nongshim.
That's right. We've got Nongshim, the up-and-comers, versus the Titans in T1.
I'm like deep in faith on Nongshim because they banned Bind in the second round.
Absolutely. I mean, Nongshim, they give a little bit of
Because on
thank you
paper,
very much,
that
Overlord
is a
Boom.
dumb
We're gonna
ban.
help you out there, but their job is not done just yet.
How much
It's
is
a
the
stepping
jacket?
stone, but
That's a
the
good
biggest
question.
stepping stone for me is the
I
fact that
did not pay
Nongshim
for mine.
got
Hashtag
the
ad.
victory just the other day. They just got the win against
It's
DFM, and they are
probably
looking
like
to continue this
80
one.
bucks, 70
I'm chaining
bucks
myself to the
USD.
desk now. We've thrown away Achilles. The only way that I'm moving from this desk is
But
to
like
stand
all the
up. If we
uniforms,
get
like
more
official
ridiculous
uniforms, like the
games, just
uniforms
we
are
did
like 50 to
yesterday,
60, and
absolutely
jackets and hoodies are like
phenomenal.
70 to 80.
That Sunset especially, but that immediately banned into this series.
Is it only one match today? No, there are two
Nongshim,
matches, but I will
to
not be
continue
streaming
on
the
what
second
Des
one
was just
because I have to
talking
head
about
back
with the
home
change
and
for Meteor.
take
Yes,
part in
going
the
away from
PoE
Viper
event.
back to this Vice
Is
for this
Korea
map.
hot right now?
But we haven't seen that since week
yes,
one,
it's not
right?
too bad
Only
now.
other
It cooled off
installment
after
that
the rain,
Lotus
but
was
it's
played
still
for
30 degrees.
T1 was against Paper X when they were essentially
All right.
just off playing and they
Oh
lost
no, we're
some
lagging.
overtimes in there. Apart from that, they
Okay.
do that one
Hopefully
change
it cleans
to the
up.
Viper, and they've played it once. So
Let's
it's
bear
like
with.
we're
I'm not
seeing
gonna message
a
them
lot
yet.
of Lotus
Hopefully
lately
it
from
figures
T1.
itself out because it
They're
was
gonna
fine
have to
yesterday.
be awake and ready for this map.
Well, kind of like what Pilsky was saying, maybe hoping to isolate Danby, but right now Nongshim onto the defensive side.
I will be watch
already fanning
partying,
out of Mount. Not seeing anything though. T1 carefully approaching.
Well, hold
A.
on. Let's see the result of
Or
this.
getting pulled
Tomorrow's
open,
matches.
too.
I'll probably still
Yeah,
watch
these
party at
things,
least one
there's
of them.
gonna be some
I'll probably watch
heavy
party
lifting
Paper X
that Francis
Talon,
needs to
actually,
do.
no matter
Ivy's
what.
utility around him as well. Eventually, Nongshim going to recognize that nothing's happening over at Mount. They can flex in towards the B side if they want, but they've got the early warning.
But
call
this is the
too.
same
They do
setup
need to
that
just be
Nongshim
a
had
bit more
yesterday, right? See if
careful
T1 is
in
pretty
case
ready for it.
Nongshim,
I think they
you know,
already have a
do see
read,
T1
right?
get
Because you're
into
getting
that
no
B side,
contact,
but
you have to have the read.
nothing has
But the
happened
bigger
for that
question
just yet.
is do they
Eventually gonna
think
recognize
that the
this will
flank
be
is
an
coming?
A-side play.
Because yesterday
Francis
that's what was
just picking up
happening.
the horn. Oh, dead.
They're so
It's
ready
quick.
for it.
Still,
T1's
though,
prep
with
is there.
information, Nongshim will be able to arrive on site just without
Danby.
numbers. So Danby has to be very careful. He's going to get
Okay,
stunned.
he's just
up
going to
the
slow
rest
him
of the
down so
team
he
up
doesn't
from
get
heaven,
absolutely
but without
blasted.
much
It was meant to be a
ammo, Danby
trade!
pushes up by
Persia!
double. Ivy trying to hold
Oh,
the
it
right
was meant
clicks.
to
He will
be.
find
It was
another
meant to
frag, but cut down
be.
at the
Buzz
torso
was
by
supposed to
Meteor,
pay for that.
which leaves
Oh,
RB alone.
man.
Has been good for these
But this is
lurks,
just
but
a
this
hard
time
pistol read.
Was just watching the back lanes.
I think
That's just gonna be
Francis.
the tap right at the end.
I mean, he
T1
wanted
kicked
to
things
play
off.
off of the
That's
sonic
really
sensors, but I think he
stellar
had to
shots
play it
come out
even
from
safer.
Buzz. I believe he actually manages to get that second one as well when Dambi's getting stunned up and going for a bit of a reload too. Unfortunate for Nongshim,
Hey,
but
Sunflower.
not getting, proactive.
I mean, we'll see.
around
I mean,
the
on
back
it
for the
again.
information game. As soon
Like,
as Francis's utility
I'm not even
is
trying to
really
cope,
used
but
and he's falling
you know,
back
would it
in
be
towards the
nice to
tree,
see
you're
Nongshim
kind
go on a
of
run?
hoping for the fact that
Absolutely.
T1 are
But
gonna be
am I going to be
playing outside
devastated if
of
they don't?
C-Mount, going
Not
for
at
a bit
all.
of the battle
Not
over
at
there.
all.
That's what the setup was for Nongshim, and it's just not, played into that way essentially.
All right,
He's gonna
T1
take a
there.
bit
The
of an
vibes
EV
are starting
into
off
the
well. I
pistols
mean,
for
that's
the
just a
A5
hard read on
battle.
yesterday's pistol,
Maybe
quite
he's gonna
frankly,
clean
on
up.
the setup.
Maybe.
Dombi's just
Oh,
trying to
there's
get
a
ahead of the
relay
stun.
Still Izu being able to break past all of it. Buzz just collecting on the frags,
All
getting
right.
some
You
slight
know, we
trades.
get what we
Francis,
can.
The Prowler, though, will pretty much secure that kill just once again.
Francis
RB alone.
just trying to dance.
Well, he has got here a bit early, but it is just the classic. If he can maybe finish off DH, there's a little bit of extra damage delivered before that bonus round, but we are already seeing T1 straight into these 2 rounds, firing up a frenzy.
Yeah, RB, that's right. That's right. Let him know. Let him know.
Away from the dimensional
Let him
drift.
know who's got the better red classic.
Now 1 with that final kill.
That's right.
And that's a very nice way to welcome your old.
Who'd you say is a
teammate
rock of
into this
Nongshim? I expected it to be
series.
Persia, but I think the pressure does get to
I
him.
don't know if it's a war but it is
I mean, I think
certainly,
Persia,
how you
I don't think
going?
it's so
I'm
much
gonna
as
shut you down
much
time
as
and
the
time again
pressure.
if
I think it's
can,
also
because
just,
this is one of the things that I might
I mean,
get a
obviously,
little
I'm
bit worried
assuming you're seeing the
for
pizza that
Nongshim
pistol,
if
but I
they do
think
have a
stage
slow
1,
start.
like he had
One
COVID
of
stage
the
1, and then I
exposed
think him
weaknesses
not
when
playing
they
well
played
off
against
of that
Talon,
really
for
affected
example,
him.
is not really recognizing,
I wouldn't say,
the
I
front position, the
still don't
defensive
think
position
pressure
over
gets
at
to
that
Persia. I
C-side,
think it's
which
just
is
like
why
his
I sort of
expectations
questioned
on
the other day
himself
as well, like,
depending.
I want to see
Like
this
once it
deadlock
falls,
composition
maybe
back.
just because he
I
hasn't
want to see a
experienced it in a
Soul
while.
Sentinel in there.
I would argue generally that if there is a rock on, like
We've
a
been seeing
specific
Ivy play
one
some-
person that I would consider the
some
rock on
traps,
Nongshim, it
especially
would
with
be
walls, but
Francis.
right now
Well, I
he's
guess
trying to
now
control
RB.
for Rubble.
Now
It's
it's
a
probably
huge
RB.
push.
But the
Dimensional
thing
Drift
about
Buzz as well,
RB
getting all the way
and
behind.
I mean, look how many players he's just
Persia,
counted in
I feel like they
Tower
are more
as
rocks
well.
on their
This is a
own.
solid execution
Whereas
from
I
T1
do
into
think
the
Francis,
B-side.
like I think Francis is a really good
And
IGL
I'm a
because
little
of
bit
this.
worried for a
Is
5
that not
versus
only does he
5
have good
retake,
reads,
even if there is lesser weapons.
but
Yeah,
he's very
you've
good
got
at leading
close
the team
range
off of
duels,
that.
Izu
Oh,
being able to
T1
stall
is
and
very well
hold with
prepped.
relay bolt. A
They
siege
know how
getting
Nongshim
thrown
want to
in
play
as well.
all of these
Where's
setups.
There's just no utility for Nongshim anymore either, by
Nongshim
the way.
might need to, and this is why I was hoping that it would be the Waylay pick.
And it's not happening. Izu getting the burst.
Dombia was
There's
also
Persia
dancing for
trying
a
to hold
bit
off onto
too
the other
long.
side. He's getting pushed on the Yens. RB now, once again,
The
alone
T1
and
is
cold,
fragging
back
though,
off.
but up
Away
till
from the
now,
action, away from the
I
party,
would like,
not allowed
I
an
think
avenue
a
to get
lot
in
of
there
it
when the rest of
is
his team
because
is
their
trying to get
prep
through
is
that break
really
door
good. They know
room.
exactly the positions Nongshim is
And he
playing.
might not even be
So
able to
once
save his
Nongshim
weapon.
changes
Now
it,
they
we'll
know
have to
where he
see
is.
if T1 can still
Hunter's
frag
still
out.
kind of on. See if he can get any extra damage here, which he does. But eventually traded out from DH, who, mind you, had a great timing on the paranoia into that room as well, which threw a spanner in the works to Nongshim trying to bully their way in one-dimensionally. They had a lot of utility out of play when they got locked out of that B site. Just kind of becomes an untenable retake. See that paranoia there, just a little tad delayed. Could have found a couple frags Nongshim earlier on, but still.
I don't know if we call a
creditors due.
timeout now.
It
Probably
makes
not.
you shaky, for sure.
Maybe though. Actually,
Yeah, the only
just
comment
because
is
you're getting hard red.
Gets a little bit closer to Viper's Pit, but we'll have to keep track of that for future
They will
rounds.
not,
Right now,
okay.
it's T1 running circles around Nongshim.
That
still
means
getting
round
back
5
into
if things
a
haven't
but the
changed.
deadlock Sheriff
You have to call a
actually
timeout.
fires through. Dappy with the Bucky, of course, is
Okay, you
something
pick up
that
a gun,
needs to be
though.
respected.
Buzz feel like he's
It's
a
not
little
bad.
bit
Oh,
lucky
my
there to get
cam's
out of dodge
covering
with the gate
somebody.
crash
Who's my cam
immediately.
covering? Wait,
It is
This
a player
didn't change
advantage for
from yesterday,
Nongshim, but
though.
they
What
are
the
on the
heck?
lesser weaponry. And although RB can beat them to the party at the C site, will T1 be scared enough to just respect this refreshing util? Dark
that's my
cover,
bad.
poison orb on the one-way.
Not at all. Actually, just going in for the execute. Paranoia as well being sent in. They get the sight. They get the spike down,
Persia does have a Vandal here too.
which might make things a little bit more tricky. T1 needing to play the
There's
sight
constantly worried about a lurk, and there has
perfection.
never been a
Watch out
lurk
for
so
potential
far.
wall bangs and the angles,
But it's
especially
Meteor,
with
so
the
like
down
Meteor
wall.
wrecked
Shots not
Nongshim in
quite
stage
connecting
1,
just
so
yet.
I get why Nongshim is
Ivy wants to
concerned
get
about
this, grab
this.
that out, and he finally
I
does.
hope the coaches can get a
Oh,
read on
there
it.
it
Good
goes.
trade though.
Persia with
It's
first
coming
kill
together.
through. Dappy now
The
looking
tank
for
doing
more
his
space.
job.
Gets shot
Oh,
mid-air,
the
though.
tank gets
And
taken
the
down a
C's
little
at the
early,
same
but
time
that's
just perfectly timed.
okay.
So many players
Nice.
that there goes
Nice.
that retake. Nongshim pick
Let's
it
go.
up.
Oh, Ivy just getting out the cocoon in the end there, and you're going to wrap him up like a
Yeah, it's
little
just a
butterfly
typical
meteor.
VCT stage
Not able
2
to get
3-0
anything
start.
at the
All
tail
good.
end of it from first pick to close.
Just needs to make sure that he's covering for
Ivy
Persia.
places at
Just needs to
Nongshim.
make
You
sure
had
that he's
barrier
covering
mesh that now
for
Ivy places
Persia.
at the front
If they
of
go
B.
B, you have traps
don't
set
have
up,
a
so you know
sensational
you'll delay.
crossfire
So they just have a
towards
crossfire
this
set up
HO.
on A. Persia
try and make
trying
it
to make
work.
sure he's got the angle. Dude,
one
DH is
from
so
heaven,
good.
one
He's
from
actually watching
tree.
out for it.
Think about RB.
Oh,
There
Buzz
goes
trades
DH
for
anyway.
DH. That's
Persia now the only
crazy
one left
good.
trying to hold it down. RB,
Persia needs
he's
to isolate the
respecting the
1v1s.
sheer.
Yeah, he's
RB,
beaten it
the
out, so it
wall's
does give
there.
him another option, but he has to
Okay.
wait for that barrier mesh at the front of B to expire, which now it does.
It just expires.
2 versus 3. DH is low.
He changes course because of the
Gonna link up
Vice.
together. But again, how do you get into this? DH slotting himself in the stairs.
Oh man,
And
how
then
how
two
to
on the
find
side.
the 1v1s? It's tough.
Positions noted as well. Ooh, there goes
Okay,
a
so you
little
know where
bit of a
DH is. You know that he has to be
He's just
baiting because he
continuing
hasn't
to
peeked
run
back
down the
out.
timer bit by bit.
Ah,
RB
the
running
gun
out of
swap!
swaps the gun,
Oh!
and then the opening for T1 to
The
go up
ammo
to
on the
4.
gun
He
swap.
switches the gun there with only 14 bullets or thereabouts, but he picks up one with 1 bullet. That is not what you want to see from him there. And I kind of throw this into a position where you've got a scrappy duel outside of A Rubble. Gorgeous blindside that goes
Yeah,
on
sorry,
in, but then it's
YouTube.
just a strength in
I'll
numbers.
see
As
if I
soon as
can
Francis
do
overplays
something
that
afterwards,
position,
but I
feel
think
it
just
starts
like the
to
connection to
crumble
the
a little bit
YouTube
for
service
Nongshim
itself has
there.
been a little iffy
You got
at the arena
RB
today.
again, whose lurks have never been able to come into some good fruit. Not really getting some good value.
I mean, I think if
Damn,
Nongshim
as
just gives a
well,
little
on this
bit more of
defensive side.
individual
0
respect,
frags
that
so
alone
far.
would help stabilize a
Not
lot.
finding any immense value in the kill department. Where the
Because right
counterpart
now
in
it's going to
Izu-
feel hard in the server to figure out what's going
certainly
wrong at a
is.
macro level because you feel like you're just losing duels, which is like half true, but
over the snake bite, and the whole team has
it's because
bypassed it. RB still
T1
looking
is
for
just
a
waiting
target
for
with the
the
sheriff, but
expected
it's not
peaks,
meant
right?
to be.
Damn, he's got to go a little bit nuclear here. You'd feel like Francis
I don't think
does
that
have a
previous
nice
round
goal,
was
but
necessarily
they want
weird.
to
I just
throw in
think,
the
you know,
ult
your
for
players
this
were
round,
confident
but
and
Stax has just picked up his as well.
Right, a couple of
You know, they were a little
rifles,
overconfident. They
Nightfall
paid
maybe
for it.
looking for an opportunity, but Meteor denies it outright. T1 controlling
I think
every
Nongshim is
single
also
choke
thinking
at
we
the
just have to
moment.
get
Still,
4,
though, Demi makes
and
a
we're
go
okay.
for it, slides across,
So-
but no kills found after
But
the
T1,
first.
one thing
That
is,
will be
like,
Meteor
basically, if you
picking
look,
up 3K.
T1
T1
is playing like
besides
a
that
classic
they are
Korean
just
team
quite
where their
aware
angles are already so
of what they need
pre-planned
to do in their
that
positions and
they're
their
not ever
crossfires that they're
phased
hitting and the
because of a
layering
certain
of the
shot or
utility
anything.
beyond the
So
strap
the only
battles.
time they get phased if it's
It
Dombi's
was
able
the
to
weakness
jump in
of
and stay
Nongshim
alive
over
for more
at
than
that
2
C
seconds
site when
because
they
that
didn't have
throws
any of
off
the
your
solid
angles.
sentinel
But they
utility.
know
I think
exactly
I
where
used that as
else
a little
Nongshim's
bit
going to
of
come from. And
a
so
measure
Nongshim's
right
just
the way
losing
late
because
that they came out
Nongshim's
with
trying to figure that
previously
out
in
on the
breach
fly.
comp. Wasn't really working too much for them.
Ooh,
for that
last
Danby
second
first
timeout,
installment
okay.
of it, and you could even call that
All
a
right.
little bit of a catching off guard.
I'm okay
on a
with
good
that.
day for Danby. So the DFM game looking better for Nongshim with the scoreline, with the result, with the victory. But now you're feeling a little bit more.
How is the high
pressure,
pitch
I
ringing
feel
also
like,
here?
for
It's
Nongshim.
always been here at the
It's
arena,
very
Sushi.
understandable why a lot of
It's
the
just
crowd,
because
a lot
I
of
changed
people
my
out there
setup
are
at
voting
home.
for
It's been a bit of
T1.
an issue
I
at home.
understand that, but I don't.
That's
count
one of the other
Nongshim out
reasons
in
I'm
race.
not a big
Not at
fan
all.
of coming
We
to
just
the
need to
arena.
see
But
them, you know, start to realize and recognize where they are weak around the map a little bit. They're not winning a lot of these A duels. They're not seeing really T1 even.
We
walk
got
into this
T1
deadlock
fans and
utility
Nongshim
at the
fans
moment.
together.
Ivy's positioning with it is kind of been, you know, moved
that
around
right
the map
fan
for
is a
B to A
fan
and
of
such,
T1.
but
Holy, Ati throwing a
Not
meteor on
single bit. I mean,
40.
the only
That's
round you can
foul.
maybe
That
cover
is
that
foul, I
Pistol,
say.
where they use
Foul.
the barrier mesh to kind of control the map and rotate
Oh, it's a
back
tech
over to A,
pause.
But that said,
What
just
the
by
heck?
sheer pace
just saw
and
that.
speed of how fast T1's hits have been, it's tough.
Definitely
I was
honey.
going in towards the
but
video and towards this
it
series.
can- like honey
That's
and
where it actually gets
cinnamon-ish,
interesting. And I saw this
but
video when
other
it was rolling
times it can
out,
have,
and
like, different nuts
you know,
as well.
I thought
I mean,
as soon as we got the
now
pick
you have
phase done,
cheese
right,
hooked dog and
Lotus
everything
Ascent
else
come on
too.
out, I'm thinking to myself, oh, it's a bind angle then, right? We're gonna have we're gonna have, you know, Haven,
What's going
Haven
on?
maybe there, but Icebox should be getting banned. No, not first.
Stand bind instead.
Nongshim ban bind. So I still feel like if it gets to the third map, then
Maybe.
I probably give T1 the third map, but that would mean we actually get some great
What
delivery
is
from
going
them too as well,
on?
and should be giving them a lot of confidence.
That's
I
what
want
the
Gen G to
general
make champions. Am
consensus
I a
is.
noodle
Still, though,
hater?
that's it. Kind of like
No,
what Pills
unless
was
you
mentioning
purposely
about Desk.
like
You
extra
kind of
hate.
want Nongshim based off
You can
his
want Gen
abilities
G to make
be able
champions.
to
That's That's
this
fine.
whole series 2-0. This Lotus was their map pick.
Yeah, I mean, look, they've got a journey ahead, don't get me wrong, right? Nongshim are a team that has to get number 1, number 2 to get into
I mean, the thing is,
champs.
it's not
They
just
have to be
Nongshim that
winning
can
through
stop
this
them,
whole
right? Talent can
lower
stop them
bracket.
too, so.
T1 a team that in the points are up there, right? If they get
Chobra,
a
I feel like you gotta do
victory
something
here,
silly if Notion qualifies to
qualify
champs.
for champs.
I mean,
essentially.
we'll think about it when it happens.
So, very important here. A win against Nongshim is crucial. Because if, well...
Wait, he didn't say he
Nongshim
didn't
beat
want to
them
go to
and Talon
champs.
advance to the playoffs, then T1 won't qualify. So
I mean,
there's
I
a
only
lot of
watched it very
different
quickly, but that's not what he
scenarios,
said
right?
in the
There's a lot of
post-match
different
conference.
If this team wins and this team doesn't win and all that sort of
He
stuff.
just talked as if they weren't making it.
But
the bottom line is
because,
essentially just win.
like, it's out of their
and
hands
that's
and
your
they're
best-
out of
your
the
best
season.
chance.
I mean, I
We
think
do
he
have
might
it
have also
confirmed,
just
by the
been
way, that it is
mistaken.
just a gear
but-
issue, so this one should be fixed up relatively quick.
yes, gear issue compared to PC issue is a whole different thing.
Mm.
But that's right. Bottom line is, team's got to win. At the same time, if T1 does take this win as well,
Go
you know,
balls for
that might make
champs.
things a little bit more possible
That-
for TNG. Who knows?
Listen, if I wasn't married,
Or
sure.
Bimes point as well, right? Nongshim.
But I would have to
the way
get
that they
confirmation
play
if that's
Bimes,
okay.
And we did see some scrappiness and some shakiness.
Yeah, no,
from
Tron, it's
T1
just,
not
like, even
expecting it
just the
in that
YouTube
series
webpage
against Paper
is
X.
having issues for me at the arena
That,
right
again,
now. I
kind
don't know
of
if it's just
comes
like the
into the forefront
Korean
of my mind.
like,
Your
servers or
T1,
whatnot,
You're
but
playing games
I don't know what else I
back-to-back
can do.
days. You're Nongshim, you're playing games back-to-back days, but if you're seeing a kind of highlighted
Dude, this seems like a
weakness,
long tech pause.
is your opponent going to
Never
have
mind, the
enough
round
time to
just
quickly get
started.
that match
JK.
fixed up? Are they expecting it to come into the pool? You know, there's all these discussions we can have onto the veto. I think from what we've seen so far for T1, right, something that wasn't working previously against RRQ, for example, is the retakes were not really working too well.
All right, this was not a timeout, which I'm
Gamer
also
is
fine
back,
with.
Of course.
We just need 4, really.
Uh,
Oh,
Richard-
this is a
yeah,
messy
Richard
fight.
gets around
Okay,
Rumble this time.
Domby,
getting him in
Domby, you've got
position.
slide.
Managed to get a double, but
I
now
really
traded
would have
right
liked if he
back
just used
out.
slide to
Ivy
equalize the
caught
numbers,
out in
but
the open as well, and T1 just
so
continue
the
right
number
off
one
the
thing
bat.
right now is
Yeah,
Nongshim's
again, they are
expecting
still
T1
absolutely
to
just
not
working in these
peak
executes.
like
What they
really
did
well
against
together.
DFM that was really good, couldn't get it quite.
They're expecting like
connected
one
against
at a
RRQ,
time
but then
peaks,
reset themselves. They've had some
and that
points.
should be called out on the timeout. But
And now in this 3
they'll probably
versus
call a
1, at
timeout
least
after
they
this
weather the
round.
storm
Or
of the A Rumble
well,
fight
I
yet
guess we don't
again,
have
and lo and
buys.
behold, it's RB.
Trying at least, he's got some space.
Yeah, I mean, I
in
don't think the
position
timeout
to
is late,
revealed, knows where
depending on
Meteor
what
is
you
and
pick up
manages to
on.
Take him down. Has to pick.
If they can
the
get
dimensional
4
drift is
off of the
definitely
timeout,
so is the
then I think
Nightfall,
that's
and he's
okay.
just gonna push out straight in
Oh.
towards Buzz's crosshair. That's
Because
a
dude, the
rough one
Nightfall
coming
actually
through.
throws him off like a
After
lot.
that tech timeout, T1 immediately answering
That's
with
huge.
a fast-paced rubble fight.
Tries to get a timing on it.
Or not. Nongshim on the defenses here, not looking too pretty. We see the trading of all this.
But a timeout
Neon
now or the
utility
next
and
round?
the Vice utility going out feels like as soon as you get a scan. that's
But I think the
successive,
problem is like,
just
if the
wanna
only
be
thing
able
you're
to
gonna
force
say
around
is
and
like,
find the
guys, they're
frags.
peeking together, just calm down. Like, I don't think that's
Trying to
worth a
swap things
timeout
around
unless it's like,
RB,
unless your
trying to
comms
play
are also
close
really
side
bad.
this time, but
So
I still don't know how
now is an
effective
eco.
that's gonna be. T1
Yeah.
has
So
to
if
drop
you're
the
not
read
sure,
on this.
because the thing is, and
Oh,
that's
just go
why
again,
I was
right,
saying
ground
earlier,
round.
I'm
We keep
okay with them
winning
not
A
calling a
Rumble. We're not
timeout because
seeing
in the
immediate
server
pressure
or
from
without
Nongshim.
full view of the
So let's go
minimap,
there again.
it might
There
not
is a
be
bit of
as
an
easy
adjustment. The deadlock
to
utility is
realize
back
like
to the
what
safe side.
positions
There's
and
many flanks
angles
to
they're
come through for
holding.
Nongshim,
You're
but
just like,
the pistols,
holy crap, they're
remember?
hitting all their shots,
That's
right?
where T1 has
So
timing on the side
obviously,
as
yes,
well.
that, you know,
Ivy
is there a difference? That's where you draw the line between
You're
the
aware of the
greatest
flank now as
coaches and,
Buzz
you know,
watching
still
through
pretty
the
good
doors.
coaches, but
Be slight chance for RB to work around A-Link as well, but T1
I think
have
that's
all
something
of these
that you have to take into
positions
account.
covered. Spotted out. Oh, it's
Okay,
over.
all right,
Maybe, though.
okay, this is a good start. This is a good start.
Trying to go in
The
for it.
Nightfall
There's
as
Nightfall
well.
being
He needs to
pushed
get that.
aside as
Okay,
well.
he gets
Pushed
Izu.
through stairs.
Okay,
Looks
but the
for more
the
targets, but
oh
Buzz
no, the
is down
flash!
inside the
Buzz's
tree.
flash
He
is
plays
too
inside
good.
the smoke again,
Okay,
but
he
Dabby
finds him.
manages
But the
straight
thing
through.
is DH's
Stacks
position.
alongside DH.
DH's
Playing
position
as
is hard to
safe as
read.
possible. DH even teleporting away, and Stacks
Oh,
just
DH
manages
is
to
playing
track
for
down
time.
Dabby.
He's playing so
RB
smart.
the only one left in a 1v2 retake.
This is a really bad start to Lotus for them, but for T1,
I think the
again,
stream
another
PC itself is
discoordinated
having
play
issues.
into the site.
I mean,
When you do see Danny
not
running
according to
around with
Twitch,
the
though,
overdrive, he's
so-
finding a lot of those isolated
But like, I was
doors, but
legitimately having
Buzz is
issues
still
logging
just
into
getting
YouTube,
active,
which is
getting
why
the
I'm pretty
sprays
convinced
down.
that it's
He
the
eventually
YouTube
gets finished
connection.
off, but I feel like it is another scenario where you've got some of these key players on Nongshim a little bit too far behind the pack.
I think this is a
Not able to
Lotus
get
prepped against
active
Paper X. I mean,
really
could
early.
be, but
Really finally get that
I think
timeout,
Nongshim
you know.
also, quite frankly,
I feel like I've been
the
a
one
bit
thing
of a
I will
broken
say
record
against
in
Nongshim
begging
is
teams for
the first first couple
Time and
rounds
time
were
again over the past few
copy-paste from
days.
yesterday. So against DFM.
Just
So,
yesterday you were begging for
like,
DFM.
minimal
This time
prep that
it's
you do by
Nongshim, the
watching
winner
that
of
VOD,
series,
Yep.
it
taking a
just
while
gets
to
you
call
those
the
round
timeout.
wins for T1. So
I
I think
don't
there's
see any,
part of it is that too.
Any teaching at the moment from RB. Stax has kind of got your number, and Buzzers.
And I think Nongshim
Pulling the rug out
didn't
from
come
under
in with enough of an idea that they might want to have to, like, you might want to play a different pistol, right? You might want to make sure that you have different switch-ups on your utility timings and things like that.
Both teams, right? If T1 come out in this series with an absolute smacking and it's clean,
so
gives them a little
we'll
bit
see.
more hope for the
I mean,
journey
obviously,
throughout
one
this
thing you
lower
need to talk
bracket run
about
that they have to go
is
up
like
against
swinging
next,
together.
A Gen G,
And the fact that T1 is playing pace, like basically T1 is expecting you to peak for information, and so they're just holding angles. And then the moment they get a pick, they up the tempo because it's 5v4, and they haven't been lurking. So I think the biggest thing is actually don't wait for the lurk. The moment you get contact, go back and push them back, but then reset. Don't chase. Right? I think that's the important part. Okay, we're gonna let Buzz all the way through. You're just gonna keep track of him. Okay, Ivy, you saw him.
And now they get
or at least
all
you
of the
heard
space over towards Mount.
So you've given up C, you've blocked off B. This is actually a really good round from T1 too. They make it look like they're going to pinch onto RB, and then they actually just pressure B to force Nongshim to react to that. So it's a really good read on the timeout from T1. And then they just take C for free because it was emptied out because Buzz has that information. You don't have time to wait out the entirety of this though. So what do you do against the Neon? Seal Garden pushes them away. Domby gets first kill. Now we got a pinch in from Waterfall. Where's the force from Waterfall? Now it's the timing. There they are. They get in. Paranoia hits. Oh, okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought he messed up the slide, but there you go. Nice. Very clean retake. Very, very clean. So basically what Nongshim just did in terms of overall style is the same thing that T1 was doing to them. You back out, back out, back out. Now T1's the one who has to hold certain angles. You overload that with numbers, you get the first pick, and then you up the tempo. So see if they continue to do that. If they can get 4, I think they're fine.
But those traces there, Danby able to follow them. Francis as well. A necessary round for the guys over on Nongshim to be able to find after the timeout as well. They are currently the leading team in Pacific in getting rounds after timeouts. Earlier on, it was T1, but they did lose a couple in their previous 2 series, and they've trickled down just a little bit now.
Okay, it's still similar setup, though this time it's a 4-man setup from Nongshim. Gets chased. Okay, the trade is... Oh, no, not the right trade. That wasn't the trade you needed.
Every single player. It's again another round where RB's the last survivor.
I wish they would just dump the deadlock util at the entrance. If you're gonna do this. I think he threw the grab net, but I don't think he threw the wall.
We've seen that
we also, that was the feed that I have here, which that's been kind of choppy too, but I don't.
They're rolling in the mud.
But it's weird because all the other websites I connect to is fine.
Again, it's another scenario where trading fast lane locations, but the horn reveals that come on out. They are quite a little bit decisive. You see how late the one actually comes out from Francis. It's a roughie here to come on through from Nongshim in this A battle, and they're back.
I don't think the 4-man stack and the rush out on that round was actually a bad idea. I just think you needed better util. I think you needed to commit to it harder. It's easy to say, like, I think they need to calm down, and, like, that is theoretically true, but if your team isn't, like, if your team doesn't play a good default, holding the default is meaningless, right?
You see that the mound control might be established by Nongshim, you pull on back,
and if you can't win without the default, then that just means that you're the weaker team, which generally Nongshim is when they go up against the best of the best, because they can't. They're not very good at that. So we're not very good at, you know, our stylistic depth is not entirely there. It's gotten better since RB has joined. This is a smart round from T1 because it's the first time they're actually sending Meteor on a lurk on his own after holding. So that throws Nongshim off. And it's a half buy for Nongshim, so Nongshim wasn't quite expecting that. I mean, T1 is just Giga prepped. T1 is just Giga prepped.
Just don't have any space.
But then I am a little confused because you banned Bind in the second round. I mean, I guess maybe you didn't expect the Ascent pick? Maybe? But you're fine playing either Icebox or Haven. And you picked the Lotus. So, in my head, you have to be confident that you can guarantee one of the first 2 maps. I would be very impressed if Ascent was the map that they felt comfortable guaranteeing, just because I don't know if you expected T1 to pick that. But if they did, I mean, that's a huge read, right? And then Lotus is just like, hey, hey,
a
it's a
little bit too
comfort, we
much pace
pick
at
it,
the end
see
and
what we
pace
can
the
do.
Flash, but his job was already
Could
pretty
be.
much done. The team
Could be.
facilitate a great post plant over on that A site. They are looking to come out with a monstrous Lotus.
We're
here,
still
the
in
pick
Korea,
of
yes,
Nongshim.
Buttercup. T1
As
is
we move into
growing.
last
I mean,
round,
listen, I'm not
let's
even
just
trying to hate on
Nongshim
T1.
go for
It's
this
just
A
that
space,
I
see
felt
there's
that way
no
about every
utility
T1 win
really
so
in
far this stage,
return,
and then every T1
and
loss I
have
felt
to
otherwise.
book it over
so.
towards the other side of the map to this C site where
I would
immediately you're holding the
hold your
nobody
horses
home
if you're a T1 fan,
beyond
just a
that
little
Sonic
bit.
sensor.
But they do look very good this game.
And maybe RB close inside of the smoke, but he's alone. You're on the lurk as well.
I mean, Francis this time was
on
still
the
ready for the
rotation.
possibility. The layers are very good though. But again, I think it helps when you're prepped for the
Just gonna have to
first
try
3
and
to
go
4
for it.
rounds. Is
Oh
like
my God.
nothing
Nightfall from
changed,
Stacks
so you
makes
just get
it that
free
much more
rounds.
difficult. The Annihilation
3-0.
rip-through does kind of capture onto one player,
think
but
that's
T1 is right
that makes
on
a
it.
pretty big
Izu coming
difference.
in to prevent more players pushing through.
And they already broke the boy out of the cocoon too, so this is not a situation you can save Ivy.
No
Last
shot.
round of the half, you just got to go for this 1 versus 4. You're getting locked out by
I
all
mean,
this utility.
I think it's just very clear. Nongshim didn't have
Spike is
like
still ticking as well
extra
on that
plays
one. They're
prepared.
just firing shots inside of the smoke.
I am.
They're throwing weapons
I
out.
do hope.
Ivy is
So it's one of two
confounded.
things.
That'll
Either
be a 10
either they are
first half.
Gigabrain and they felt that they could guarantee ascent because they thought T1 would pick it, or it's just the result of having to play back-to-back matches. And without an experience of doing that against the best teams in Pacific, it's, that's their limit. Which is also, I'm like fine with it. Quite frankly, like, people who are expecting the best, like the most perfect plays are going to think like, yeah, but Nongshim was just overeating every time. Like, how is that they're throwing? But it's like, but if you know Nongshim, it's like, that is what they're best at. Like, I don't actually expect them to be able to be like, hey, let's actually just hold a slow 2-1-2 default and stall with utility. It's like, that's just not what they're good at. They should get good at it over the years, but this year they're just not going to do it.
I don't know
So
about that,
The
Chief.
map isn't sunset. We're not seeing any of these comebacks. I mean, we nearly saw
to
one
me,
in
it doesn't feel like that.
EMEA
Like, it's
between
not
Foot
like
and
a game
BBL
where I'm
as
just
well
like, oh,
last
come on,
night,
guys.
but
There are
BBL
games like
eventually
that for
closed
Nongshim,
one on
but
a 13-11. This is looking to be a shut and dry case though on
what's the
Lotus.
title?
Now,
Is it
what is the
Senpai
title of the
Muyo or
official
Senpai
VCT
Muyo?
Pacific
Dude, what's
anthem?
the image here for Senpai Muyo?
This is such
What
a
the
giveaway.
heck?
The graphic even tells it. What?
What the hell?
It's almost as giveaway as well, the way that T1 is playing this map right now.
Is it a giveaway though? Because Nongshim have not been able to adapt. They've not been able to win the fights. They've not been able to weather through the storm and the maelstrom that T1 are throwing.
Why
at
are
them
you
at
acting
the
like
moment.
Nongshim aren't running this map?
So
I mean, they could.
I hear you.
It'll be easier to wipe away a map if it does come to a
But,
quick close and
I
look
mean,
towards
statistically,
the next one
it is not
in a
likely.
fresh mind state. But this is certainly not the way that you want things to be starting. I mean, now Danby started to get a couple of kills on there. Ivy is as well, but it's Izu, it's Buzz. Your
All right, well, let's see.
Megaduelists on the side
Let's
of
see what
T1
they. I mean,
when they are
I do
playing
think
the
the reason they
double
called
duelist
the
deployment.
timeout late is because they were
Getting
more
the job
confident
done.
on their attack, which obviously it's also Lotus.
Nongshim
So
favoring
it's also
K-side
Nongshim,
pistol
it's
lead,
Lotus,
but
it's
Buzz is
Neon.
just shutting down
It makes
Francis,
sense.
and that will
Okay, well, a
equalize.
little
You got
shaky,
a
but
bit
we
of time
caught
to
up.
set up for a post
So
plant
that's
as well.
understandable.
Take the forward
Obviously,
space into
10-2
towards
isn't the
spawn.
scoreline you were
Recognize hopefully
thinking about
early
working
here,
off
Crack,
of.
that it is a
The positions are
full-fledged
good. You're
flank
taking
from
heaven.
T1.
You're expecting a flank.
Good on the
RB's going to hear it.
leaving a place around
So we know.
stairs as well.
Right?
ready
You
to
walled
score
off
the same
stairs,
spot
so
if
you
they
just have
open
to
it.
keep one person has to keep their eyes on
There
CT,
it
but
goes.
otherwise, you just
Tosses
hold.
it down.
Oh,
T1
this paranoia could be
biding
good. They're
their
going to go
time.
into the
He's
last
just
second with the
ready
neon.
with this
Here it comes.
paranoia.
There's a C. There's a
Initiate
relay
through.
bolt. That is
RB
huge. That's an
taken down.
amazing play from
The
T1.
rest of Nongshim trying to play around.
That is
It's Crack,
really
though.
good from T1.
Times it just right,
Holy,
but not
the
enough
paranoia
either.
with the
Still
haunt
managed
as
to
well.
push on through.
That's
It's a
really
double
well
kill, and
crafted.
then the last one from
It does
Izu.
make you want,
T1
like,
has
if
the
T1
pistol as
can
well.
play like
That's
this
just
every map,
coordination again from
like,
T1,
they're a
right?
team
They
worth
weather
getting
and
excited
wait
for
through the
champs.
snake fight, and then have a bit of their own utility. You send in the Prowler, you send in your relay bolt, you push together.
Like,
in
those
numbers.
are
You got
really
DH layering
good
in
steps
some of
to
that
every
open
part of
util
that
as
play.
well.
Like,
That's
every
the way that you want
single
that
part
round
of
to
this
go,
was well
even if
crafted.
Buzz isn't
Like,
around, so
holy.
just sitting back and watching. I mean, I'm looking at that haunt that comes on through. That is gorgeous, revealing all three members of Nongshim. When you think that the grab.
Chobra, how are you feeling? I'm feeling okay. I slept too
Ivy.
much.
Not really.
So
They
I'm a
still have
little
deficit numbers. They
upset
don't have any
that I'm not
other
going to have as much
utilities
time to
work
grind
on.
Path of Exile, but I'm
You've
feeling
got to
okay.
force into this round. You did get the plant. Got to turn it around here.
It's just the
I
same
say
neon
if
walls
they
from
don't
both
take
sides
this
every
round,
time.
Nongshim might just look like the map is done. Brilliant grab net so far, but Izu has a relay vault in
response. Ivy continues through, trying to make some space up around
The
Tree.
stingers?
Francis gets
I wonder
in
why
another.
this feed is choppy today.
Spike planted.
Some potential utility from Stacks, but
Okay.
he just goes in for the dry peaks, gets punished.
But so here's the thing: is that we don't have
Maybe
enough
for
rounds to like
little
make a
bit.
mistake and then recover, or like have T1 recover and then bounce back. But basically, we are still seeing the same. Okay, I gotta call him and say the feed's super
though,
choppy, but I can't rely on the
weapons
YouTube
picked up
feed
by
because the
Notion
YouTube servers
means
are
it'll be a
super messed up
tough
today.
Contactual fight. Of course, he's
Give me
not going
one
to be able
second,
to win it
because
out.
this is getting bad.
Might have arrived, but has to back off. Maybe opts for the gate crash after an exit kill. Weapon retrieved. Nobody spotted. We're good.
Oh, the hunt is on. Now the Outlaw is revealed, so you'll want to get your full shields up into the next round as Nongshim. But hey, you do manage to answer back with a thrifty-esque round of your own. The force buy attempt working wonders, but it is still such a mountain to climb that they have to go through. And there's timeouts still available, of course, for T1 if it does start to come in play.
Planted.
Here a little bit earlier on from Nongshim that they changed their match comp.
All
Go
right.
against Talon or after Talon, right?
I asked him if we
Feeling
can
that this is
set
going to be a
something
little bit
else
more
up.
suited compared to their opponents. Well, if you've done your research as T1, you're expecting this exact comp, and you, by all means, have kind of figured out
But
a lot of the tells.
Some
a lot of
rounds
the way
it's
that you're
okay.
gonna win
Some
this.
rounds it's really choppy.
And
So
you've got your duelists. I mean, so confident at the moment to take the fights. You got the backup from the squad.
ooh, big pick.
Buzz, bit overzealous with the wants to get a pick.
Oh, it's
Eventually
getting
you gotta
worse,
be aware of getting
dude.
the full shields.
Come
Nongshim
on.
do. Bar RB, who slotted himself over at this A spot.
You know what I am? You know what I am
Maybe a
getting
bit
frustrated because like,
meteoric.
why am I at the arena if it's just going to be worse in every
Find a
single
way into the
aspect
A
other than
side.
being
I
able
mean,
to
it
hear
is
the
just a
crowds and see the
DH
players?
here.
Like, what the heck?
We'll push up and manage to secure the frag. Says hello to the rookie of T1 at least.
It'd be good to win
I'm like
this
more
one
upset at that
flawless
than the
from Nongshim
scoreline.
as well. Bulldogs, yes, you probably want to upgrade them into the full buy round of T1 soon, but they're still workable rifles. You pick up your Annihilation as Ivy as well.
But
for the
basically, what
next
I was
round.
going to say before I had to message
So
the
it's not gonna
IT
be false
guy
now.
is
Not quite.
I mean, basically it's the same thing, right?
say
Like
that
once
would've been
Nongshim
good
has
for
the
full-time.
priority here. Oh!
Yeah, and now Persia getting caught
Hold
in the
on.
back. T1.
No. We don't want to give
Evening
away too
things
much
out.
here.
Still gonna be tough to
Okay.
get closer to the spike, but they're making a go for it. Izu,
At least they
another
took away
shot.
Meteor though.
Dabby with the Phantom has to do it all. He
Oh,
gets
dude,
but with the
Dombey
fancy
finds
footwork,
the
dodges
finds
it.
the
Takes
pocket.
down Izu.
Woo.
I mean,
That's
that
good.
was, what, 5 versus 3 at one point in time, and there's a couple of little unfortunate timings.
Can you be upset at
for
the
Nongshim,
scoreline?
and some
I mean,
nice
other
timing,
times I
feel
think I
like,
would
as
be.
well.
I think if
Ivy
this wasn't
flipping through
playoffs,
the
I would be
poison
upset.
when the Prowler
Because while
goes
T1
through,
is playing
it's a good
well,
exchange of
I think
positions, but
at
just
least
over-expecting
50% of
or
the first half
under-expecting a
is
player
prep.
still be up at the
And that would
road.
imply that Nongshim
There's some damage
didn't prep as
delivered,
much.
which
I mean, granted, it's also
inadvertently are gonna help
T1
with
is the
some
one
upgrades
with
over
more
on the side
anti,
of
so
Nongshim.
like
Maybe a
yes,
little
they
bit
have the
competitive
priority
on
on the
this
prep,
next delayed
but
bonus
Nongshim
round.
didn't change their
Now.
first couple of rounds. So if this wasn't playoffs, I
Yeah,
would have been
buzz
upset
down
actually.
on some live
But since
shields
we
and
already made
Guardian
playoffs,
suit,
I've generally
which
been
is
happy with
interesting
the
for me,
overall progress
considering
this team
how
has made.
methodical
And
he's
I
been
would
in
like to
crack
look at
open
this
some
roster and
rounds
or
in
long term.
combination with the team, but hey, if you
Therefore,
can-
I'm not upset because we've already
some Guardian
achieved
shots out.
like the goal that I would have had for the team, which
Good
was make
weapon.
playoffs
He's
guarantee
got access
ascension.
to spammable spots over at this A side as
But
well.
if this was regular season, I would have been
T1
upset because
playing
like,
passive nature,
especially if it was regular season, because then you had a
Harvey
full
gonna
week to
slot
prep,
himself in
or
yet
at least
again
like 4
over at
days.
this A side
So
by
how are you
himself.
not changing any of your 3
Yeah.
rounds, right? Your first 3 rounds.
Continuing
But
to
you know,
jump peak around C.
Paranoia's gorgeous. Paranoia and Blindside. The trap laid by T1.
Okay, so it's
And
a
now you wanna
fast
go
hit
time
against the
over at this C
Vice?
side as Nongshim,
Really?
But that's where this Vice utility
okay, the
is.
TP
on Meteor.
over. Oh,
Perfect.
Francis
Oh,
wins
Francis
that.
Not too bad on the kill. Still though, with enough information, T1.
That's
rotates
kinda
in time
big.
stacks on the site.
Persia's position.
Toss it
Persia's
in.
position is
He'll
huge.
get slowed down
Okay,
by
he doesn't get the
Baron
kill, but he
as
gets the
well. Overdrive
paranoia.
grip, though.
He extends
Well,
this.
not quite
There's the
annihilation,
deadlock
excuse
ult.
me.
It doesn't hit.
Don't get anyone.
Yeah, still just trying to play. for
Ah,
space.
that deadlock ult
Trap
not
into
hitting
the
is
site
so
correctly.
rough because DH is now
He's
here.
around the corner.
DH is. Oh, Dombey!
Down the track,
Huge
but
pick.
that's where
The
Dabby
flash.
strikes.
They can't get the
Now
kill
Flash
on it.
coming in for
Dombey,
the
let's
goal, but
freaking
shut
go,
down by the
Dombey!
hands of Dabby. Stacks needing to do
Oh
it.
my gosh. Woo.
It's on over. No, gets spotted out by the back. His elbow getting tagged up. And now with the stun going through,
I mean, I don't know
Dabby
how Stacks
will
won that, but
collect
it's
on
okay
the
because
4K.
Dombey gets a 4K.
Oh, he's bailed them out a little bit there. The Annihilation doesn't
Team
get
Secret's
any
done it
pickup
before, why
onto
can't
the,
Nongshim? Dude,
T1
it's so
members,
funny
and
that
I'm feeling
Jemkin
a
said
moment in time
that.
in this round as well.
Did you guys
The
see
first
that?
blindside
In the
from
interview?
Buzz
Jemkin
works a treat. The second one, well,
apparently
that unfortunately
Jemkin
catches
told them
DH going
if
for a bit of
Secret
this
can
flanking
make a
play.
comeback,
So I think it
why
was
can't
DH.
we?
Doesn't really matter at the end of
And
the
that's
day,
how they made the
'cause
comeback
Danby
against
is just
Gen G.
dancing around
It's
in the
so
sight, out of
funny.
the sight, getting the trades.
So funny.
Finally starting to see him wake up.
Yeah,
into
Tron,
the
Liquipedia
server,
will
but it
always
is still
put in the minimum
Nongshim
points you can get so
one
that it's
foot
like the
in front
most
of the other on
updated
this attacking
calculation
side.
instead of
Bit of a
having to
breathe
have
now
everyone
with
else do
pistols
calculations.
For T1. And the
So Liquipedia
conditioning
is like
that
the
you
most
started to do
automated.
Over at this A side as well as RB. He's got to fall
Yeah,
back
Talon
a
and
little bit
Nongshim have
further. They
always
expect him
needed to
be
make
more
grand finals.
close with
That simply doesn't
utility.
change no matter what
As
other
T1 do
teams
get
do.
the space over at A. That's going to leave DH there. You would expect to sit pretty. The rest of the team can move if they need to. Expect a couple of
Okay,
corners
you
to be cut
trip
on
the wall
this
nice
round
and
with the
early. It is an
pistols,
eco, so you got to
especially
watch
with that
out.
extremely
RB,
deep sheer wall.
he's going to
that was
regroup
placed
with
over
everybody.
at C
You don't want to
Mound.
give away that free
Now being
rifle.
baited out.
Now
It
he's
gives
going to check
options
if they check
for Nongshim.
Mound early, but oh, T1. Wait, you heard gunshots here. Do we want to do this? It's sheriffs. So RB, since they heard the hot break, RB now says instead of holding Mound, I'm going to go deep because that implies that they might still be sticking around in A. Overall, the map movement is good, but you never know with the Nongshim round. You never know until the end. We could win, we could lose. It's a 50-50 chance. Holy, nice shot, Meteor.
And not letting him in the house.
Holy, what did I say, chat? What did I say?
Well, they might be in the house, but currently don't really have the guns to pull it off. Izu dives straight in head.
Oh, what do you mean we don't have the guns to pull it off? We got the Nongshim
Francis
Classic.
from the back of the site
Excuse
too.
me, casters?
At that point, the
No
weapons
faith?
are back online.
Excuse me?
Meteor.
The better Red
What a
Classic?
shot, but a little bit early on the Steel Garden, and right now, all they need is that one last kill. Nongshim up to 6.
Steel Garden? What Steel Garden? We don't care. We're going to use the free guns, and we're just going to give you a big little
So
smoochie
Talon and
into
Nongshim
the
can't go to
battle.
champs
That
together unless
is
they're in the grand
a
finals. That
round
is
for
true.
Nongshim
That is true.
could have gone
So the only way, if you're a fan of both of the
when
teams,
Danby
the only
loses
way to make
life
that happen
first,
is Talon
and
has
you
to
got
beat
the
Paper
Nightfall
Rex.
that comes out as well.
And then Nongshim has to
RB
beat
is
everybody.
bailed out a little bit there.
Up to
Not
Talon.
even a little bit, a lot by Francis. Nicely done from Nongshim.
I'll buy the
4 in a
Nongshim
row.
Classic if
Is
they
this
make
the
champs.
Time out? It's time for T1. It absolutely
How about
is.
You could
Again,
buy the Nongshim Classic.
watching
Now.
yesterday.
I mean,
Timeouts.
it's a good thing either way.
I'll say it.
Makes
Timeouts
you happy,
valuable.
makes me
you're not
happy,
using them as
makes
an anchor.
Nongshim
Don't let
happy.
them weigh you down.
You
Have
do
your
better in the game.
discussions.
You have a
This
cool
is
looking classic.
Such an
Why
important
wait?
series. T1, an organization that didn't get to champs with the previous roster last year. Coming into this year, lots of different roster shakeups, lots of different things happening.
No,
They
I
lift the
guarantee you the
trophy
Nongshim
in
Red
the
Forest
beginning of the year,
Valorant Instagram
and
is
then
putting up a
fall by the
short
wayside a bit.
of
No
a
appearance
reel
in
of that.
Toronto. They want
of
to
that
get
round.
back on that global stage.
Just to market the
Who is the
classic.
best
That's
team
just
in Korea
easy.
now?
It's easy, low-hanging
Trying to
fruit.
get there. But it is a journey.
The big
in this
news
lower
here,
bracket,
chat,
that's
is that
for
it's
sure.
not actually 12.
Gotta make it through Nongshim first.
But there's still a lot of rounds, and the op is now out, so it's a little
Reputation's
dangerous.
at
Izu's
stake.
been playing well today,
Take a
though.
look at the
Holy.
Post timeout win statistics.
I will also say it's interesting that Nongshim was willing
Buzz
to
out
play
with the
these
op.
maps where
Yep,
Izu
first
is playing
round.
duelists these
Buzz
days.
with the op and the dimensional drift.
I mean,
An
they're
angle
trying
for
to
a
do that on
retake
every
or
map,
some
but-
explosive shots in the very beginning. Still doing this heavier.
Okay, waiting for a
lean
peek out of
towards
B
the
off the
A side of
timeout.
things.
You don't
Slot
see
in
it.
Izu.
You
The
have to
operator
account for
to
the
be
econ
back when this
on
poison
the
all
op.
balls and RB.
The
I'd be a
observer is
little bit
bugging out
worried
today on
overstaying
RBs.
a welcome spot. And this is going to be why.
Oh, dude, this op angle is crazy.
Offline being
This
held.
is only doable
Make it
because it's a
tough for
Yoru.
Nongshim.
I don't know if they
Gage
predict
not
this.
spotting
Whoa,
anything
where is
outside
Buzz?
either
Where
for
is
the
brother
super.
going?
Oh,
Oh,
Buzz
nice.
whipping
Buzz,
the
where is
combo.
brother going?
Really nicely done for Persia, but now the trades start to come on out. T1
I mean, I'm not, I'm
I'm
not on T1's side, but that is crazy balls of steel.
Meteor has actually beat them into the site too.
I feel good. Get a good couple. Goes for the quick.
Oh,
pre-fire shot.
man.
Goes IV, but Meteor now getting
Okay.
some outsteps,
Whoa, whoa,
though,
whoa.
getting
Trade
that
for trade
kill.
for trade for
That's
trade for
potential
trade.
Nightfall.
We're okay with that?
2v2.
Nightfall? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, we're both tagged. We're both
Nongshim
tagged.
have
Open the door.
relinquished
Open the door.
control
Make
over
it look
the
like we're
site. They
leaving.
back off.
They can't
He's
do
holding the
anything on
defuse. He's holding the
right now.
defuse.
They
He's
gotta
holding the
go for
defuse.
the
We
ball.
didn't check it. We
Info
didn't check it. We didn't check it. Somebody
He's
check it.
taking it.
Somebody check it.
That's how T1 gets up the map point. RP finally goes in for the peak. But at that point, you need a full 6.
That is beautifully played on the back of the Nightfall from Stacks there.
He
I'm
thought
saying
he
you gotta
saw it
commit
on the
yourself
jump, I
to a
think.
swing. You get your ears removed, you get your
Thanks, Bill.
positions noted. A lot of trades in the side itself, but when
Well, they
push comes
didn't
to shove
hear
in that
it
2 versus
because
2,
of the
that
Nightfall.
is paramount. We're getting
I wish they
no
showed the
committed
jump
double
screen
swings,
from
no
RB's
committed.
POV. Because he
Solid
jump
info
peeks
peaks.
that, and I
You
think he
need
thought
direct
he should have seen it,
information in that spot in time.
and he just didn't,
6
if you look
map
at the angle
points
he was
now
looking.
For T1 on this Lotus pick of
Unfortunate.
Nongshim.
They even jumped for it because they knew they wouldn't hear it.
Everything Nongshim
Unfortunate.
guns currently.
Dude, if we win that round, it's actually pretty doable score-wise and econ-wise because you were still at 11, but now it's 12.
Pressure builds up in a situation like this. Nongshim, yes, they are 6 rounds down, but for this round, there's a
So Nongshim's going to be a little bit more cautious again. RB
Pistols
looking for fights.
to the
He's
phantom,
getting
a
pushed.
lot of bodies.
Uh-oh.
And you better believe that RB needs to get out of this one.
Okay.
Lucky enough to
He's
weather that,
fine.
45
He's safe.
HP remaining.
You know you have the numbers
The rotation
advantage.
from T1 already onto C-side as well. Paranoia
But here
on
we
the
go.
left side
That's
here.
oh, the paranoia
So
too.
good,
Oh,
so
DH with the
Persia
double.
needing to do even more.
Holy.
Ivy slightly relayed back.
Ah,
and that's
yeah,
gonna
it's
bring
always
yet
the
another kill.
eco.
This might be
It's
a
always
guaranteed
the
win at
eco.
the end. RB, can you do it? No.
GG.
Stacks with the double kill at the end. Send it over to the
GG. Thank you for
second
the hide,
set.
Reizaki.
13-6 is the final score. T1 take Lotus.
I thought that round should have
Well
gone
played
over
from
towards
T1.
Nongshim, but you're getting a lot of those pistol shots.
I mean,
connected,
honestly,
and
though,
Dambi, he's just trying to
if
jump
T1
around
lost
the
that
site, but
map,
not able to slide and pull out the gun.
like,
Drift in
they should not
play.
have.
I mean, that's
After
just
after
final
the
round
first
of
like
that one,
7
but
rounds, they
that
should not have
wasn't
lost
even,
that
you know,
map.
the effort really by T1. That was just a monstrous map in its entirety.
So well
Very
played,
commanding
well
in the
played from
first
T1.
half,
Honestly,
second two, they don't let it
the
slip
layers
after
of
the
plays that they
timeout.
had today,
When
like if
Nongshim
they can
gets
just do
4
that amount
rounds
of
in a
prep for
row,
everybody else,
that is going to be a wake-up call for the younger squad.
they would be good.
In Nongshim,
Right.
if they lose this series, then they
Like
just have
this
to
is,
put
it's
their
kind of
full
like Talon, in my
focus on
opinion,
towards
where people
Ascension.
oftentimes
They'll be
forget
out
just
of play,
what these
out of
players
contention
individually are capable
champions.
of, and it's just a matter of
They
did your
managed
prep
to
work or
reverse sweep
not
this series, they
sometimes
could
against
still
the
give
best
this
teams.
another crack and another
But,
chance at
like,
staying
T1's
in
good.
Pacific guaranteed if they get slot 1 or 2 through this tournament. But going
It's
into
Ascent and even we still have a chance. I mean,
it's not like it's a map they don't know.
considering I
So
didn't
if
really
you
see
use
any
that one
changes
as
from
a-
Nongshim in the
we're-
first couple
we're
rounds
warming
of
up, we're waking
the
up, we're
defense,
getting our aim on,
I
we're
would like
getting
to
our
think that they
coordination on.
have more cooked up on
T1 were
Ascent.
better on that map.
Because
Okay,
otherwise
that's
the draft
fine.
seems
Let's just
too
focus on
risky,
towards Ascent
but it
and
could
hit
also
them where
just
it
be
hurts.
that that's all you
That's
have
certainly
prepped.
what you hope for. There are
know?
a lot of Vision Strikers players
So,
currently on the server
we'll see.
right
Oh,
now.
yeah, that's why.
But at the same time, if you just take a look at what has been happening all throughout this map, so many players
Since both
on the
Nongshim
side
and
of
Boone have
T1
Ascension
being
guarantees, so
able
if they make it to the
hold their
grand
own.
finals of Ascension, do they both ascend?
Well, that's
Yes.
it. That's
Or
the
like,
first map
you
done,
know,
that's
whichever
it.
two
Let's go back
teams
to the
make it to the
analyst
grand
desk and see what
finals.
they have to say.
T1
Do you
taking
believe,
Lotus,
if
but
Gen G
there
will
was
make
a
champs?
little bit of that Nongshim resurgence there. I thought that
I
they
don't
were
know
in
the
for
exact
another one of those
permutations.
great
I know
old
I read it
Pacific
earlier, but
comebacks,
I don't.
but it turns
Like the only
out
one I'm
just
keeping track
T1
of
just
is
managed
does
to nip it
Nongshim
in the
go
bud.
or not?
Nongshim not
To be
managing
honest.
really to get anything done, starting down in that
but
first
I don't
half,
think-
10-2.
I don't think
just
they would
not
be
really figuring anything out
the
on
best
their
chance for
defense.
Pacific.
T1 on the other
I don't.
hand, strong
I feel bad
start.
for them,
You see
but
here,
I don't
got
think
that spike
they
planted
would be.
in
So.
every single one of their attacker rounds.
Yeah, I think for Nongshim, way too slow to start.
Oh, wait, Talon,
unfortunately.
yeah,
Only
I
were
guess
able to pick
Talon
up on
just
the
has to
defensive
make
side, a half-by
grand
retake on
finals?
C
Oh,
after
but
they lost the bonus
see,
round.
the thing is
Also, why
in
does
a
this keep
BO5,
happening?
like
Every
if
time a team with a bonus,
T1,
they just get like
I mean,
equalized
I
straight
do
away.
think
I swear
Talon's
that
looking
happens
strong
every
right now,
single
but
game I've been
after
seeing
a
lately.
break,
and then only one other
that
round,
does
like
give you
T1
more ante.
absolutely cooked
But
him
a
on the attacking side. And a lot of
BO5,
that came down to
I
Izu and
I
Buzz
think
just
I
running
wouldn't
it down,
doubt Talon,
getting
but
in
I
their
don't think
face.
I would be
Nongshim
as
is used to
high
being
on
the
them
team that defines a round
in a
in the first
BO5
10
in
to
the lower
15 seconds,
finals.
but that really wasn't the narrative at all. T1 here on Lotus, it felt like they're in full control. They looked like
But-
the team that didn't
but
have
I
the
wouldn't,
ring
like,
rust.
put
In
them as
fact,
the
maybe
underdog
little
there,
rest that
no
they
matter who
had,
comes up.
definitely refreshed
But I do
them
think the
because
lower
they were
finals for
looking tied
Talon
up
would,
in the server, and it's
I would
very
be like,
clear that they've been
you know,
mentally
if they were
prepped
going
very
on a
well for
run,
this game.
that I
For
like, let's
sure
say they were in the
that
lower
little
bracket,
bit
they
of a
kept winning.
pause, a little bit of a
I would say
breather
like
can
Talon winning the
definitely
lower finals no matter
refresh
who
these
drops.
players
I
as,
would put them at
you
like,
know,
let's say
Izu
70,
and Buzz
75.
are just looking
But
like
if
so,
they're the
so
ones that
sharp.
drops from the upper final,
You guys brought it up.
and after a
Usually in the
2-week
first
break,
seconds, the round
then I
is
would think
decided
like
in so
maybe
so many of
65,
these.
60.
We have actually some highlights of this coming up in just a bit, but it just goes to show the speed that T1 were
You said
willing
yesterday
to
that
play,
Nongshim on
especially
Ascent
when
might have a
they
new
were
comp.
going
I
up
did.
against
I
Nongshim.
did.
They were going up
So
against a
that
player
could come
like
out today.
Dandy.
That is true.
Again,
We
this
talked about
screams
that
of good
yesterday. I said
preparation for T1.
yesterday
On
might
my
be the
mind,
one where
you
they
know,
pull out a new
you
one
know
to
that
throw
they're
everyone
probably gonna
off.
pick Lotus.
So
I
maybe
think
that's
they could have
today.
seen this coming
Maybe
and
you
felt
play it
had a
again,
very
make
rock-solid
T1
game
pick
plan
it.
to be
I
able to
do
counter
I
what
do
Nongshim
have
do. Like you
faith
said,
that the
Nongshim are
coaching
team
staff
that
of
bring that
Nongshim
pace. They
like
love to throw Dandy
actually
at
has
you,
a
but T1
like
have
really
all the
knows how to
answers for that.
metagame
Absolutely.
the
Let's
bracket
take a
and the
look
draft.
at, some of the
Obviously,
defining
whether
moments
they
of
can,
these
whether
early
the team
rounds,
can
because
execute
this
that
is
or
what
not
it
is a
was.
different
Look
story.
at the round timer here, guys. Double fast lanes, absolute chaos out here on Rubble.
But we'll see.
The round is defined very early every single time. Within how many seconds is this? 10 seconds.
I think
15
Talon will beat
seconds,
Paper Rex. I think it's the
7
best shot they've
people
ever
in
had.
the server are dead, or the
I think
round
so.
is over. At
I
this
think
point,
Paper
there's
Rex
only 4
is,
people
like,
surviving there. Again, another
I think
round
on
completely
average,
separate,
Paper Rex
double
currently
fast
just
lanes,
seems to still be
crisscrossing
a step
across
above
Rubble, and multiple Neons
all
trying
the
to
other
slide
teams
into
in
position.
Pacific.
It's just an
That
absolute
I would
scrap.
say that
I mean,
Paper
I
Rex
think
is
this
still
a big strength of the
favored,
double duelist
but like
comp. We know how
favored,
great
not
Buzz and Izu are on
favorites.
it, but they're
Like,
able
I
to
would
be
say, like,
so
it's like a
fast, so
60-40 for
aggressive
Paper
into
Rex.
that A main
Yeah.
space, and just Nongshim not able to put a stop
But
to it.
I mean,
I
totally
also agree with that.
It's
I
actually
think
something that you'll see on
Talon
Paper
is
if
going to
we
be
make it
super
there, but
hungry,
also from
and I
our
think
view
Paper
on
Rex,
Haven
we're
is
seeing that.
the
The
strength
hunger
of the
isn't
Neon
quite
Yoru
there,
double
which
duelist,
in
the
the grand
fast
scheme
lane
of things is kind of
essentially a
okay
temporary wall
if that means that they
acts
can
as a
reset
pop
for
smoke. You know,
champs.
you used
Like
to
if it's a
see
learning
Cloud
experience for
Burst with
champs,
the
it's
KO
better to
flash
lose
as a
that.
pop smoke.
You know, it's better
Nowadays,
to
you're seeing
unconsciously
fast
be
lanes and
slightly
temporary
less hungry
walls go
now
up, a Viper
than
will
at
go up,
champs,
and
like
then
100%.
the Yoru will just bounce
But
a
we'll
flash
see.
off the floor and pop
We'll
out
see.
of it and
It
make
should
a
be a
play
banger, though.
somewhere. It's incredibly difficult to deal with.
Yeah, it's incredibly frustrating. You see so many people just like
Could it be a Waylay
unable
Ascent?
to do anything
could
because they're
be.
either blind, they're flash,
Could be.
or they just can't. They're just caught in the corner because of that tic-tac-toe that comes out in the first few seconds.
Alex
It-
is super
it is,
hungry.
it
Well,
is
Alex just needs a
tic-tac-toe,
Snickers
and
bar.
in many cases,
Should've
you know,
put the X in
T1
the
But
bottom right. Unlucky.
I think
yeah,
Talon,
well,
they're
T1
really
did that and
hungry.
just managed to line it up perfectly, and it's mainly because of.
But yeah,
Izu
that's the
and
other thing,
Buzz
is that I
just really
think something
capitalizing
is
on
just
that
like-
initial push.
I mean,
Something
I
actually
think
just
they're
plays
for
the
sure
most
in
comfortable
contention of the
Valorant whenever he
strongest
plays
double
against
duelist
Talon.
pairing
It's
that we
insane.
have here in Pacific.
Like, he
Both of
individually
them
has the
taking
matchup.
over rounds, having big individual
Which is
performances
crazy.
here. And if you're going to run double duelists, these are the kind of numbers
Because
you
I
want
would
to
say
see.
that after
Both
Paper
of
Rex,
them
I
just
do think
light
actually
years
Talon on
ahead of what
average has
Nongshim
the
were
best
able to do.
I mean, it
fraggers.
is the
Like best
quintessential
aimers in
what
Pacific.
you
Like
imagine
on
in
an
your
average
dream
level. Like
scenario
there are
of
other,
double duelists to
obviously
be
individual
two
players. But
incredibly sharp, confident players that are happy to play these up-tempo rounds and are going to multi-frag, are going to be able to cause chaos
I don't know.
and hit the flicks that you need. That's what you got from Buzz and Izu in this game today. You don't always get
I
that
love Paper
from
Rex,
T1,
but I kinda just
but
wanna
this
give
is
Nongshim and
T1
Talon a
in their
chance.
scariest form, their scariest
I mean, dude, both
iteration.
Talon and
They
Nongshim would
run
be
you
sick,
over on the
but-
attacking side.
But I,
and
like I
even if
said, I
things
think
get
both
scrappy
Paper Rex and
worst case
Talon
scenario, you go
are
2 for
like
2. Guess what? You got
absolutely two of
Meteor
the
in
strongest
clutch.
teams we can send from Pacific.
Exactly.
I think if, I mean, again,
I
if
love
T1
that
is
they
playing like this
disrespect
today
the
and
Nongshim
tomorrow,
players.
then like
Nongshim
T1
do so
back in the
much
mix
of
for
this
sure.
at other teams where they bring that round time.
But
up to be
honestly,
so
then I think
short.
it's like,
They run
I
at
think
you, they
T1
play
being
at
the only
their own
Korean rep
tempo.
at that point, if
But
T1
it's
wins
clearly
today.
shown here, if
I
you
think that's
deny
okay.
them, you force them to play at your
Wow.
speed.
Do
they're just
you
not
think
able to
Texture
stop you.
is
They can't slow
washed?
you down,
You're
and they
gonna
don't want
use
these
an
rounds to be
@
slow. That's
tag
not
on
when
my
Nongshim are at
ID
their best. Izu
to
is
say
going to be
that?
our map MVP
Yes.
there. Sorry.
I mean,
but
chat,
really
we have to
dominant
wash
in this game.
90% of the VCT player base every year if you think that.
Big sign
That's
from Francis
insane.
T1 saying, we're happy
He was
to play
literally
your game
playing
and
some of
beat
the
you
best
at it,
Valorant
and
he's
I don't know
ever
if
played
Nongshim's gonna have the extra
2
gears
months
they're going to
ago.
need to be able to turn this series around. We've already seen some insane comebacks.
You gotta stop
here in
using
Pacific
words like
just
washed and
yesterday, but
chat, read the
this might
dictionary.
be a bridge
Read
too
the
far for
dictionary,
Nongshim,
chat. You know what?
especially a team
I'm
of
gonna
their
give you
experience
homework.
level
This
and the
next week,
motivation
go
for
and read the
T1
dictionary.
Going
You know
into
what?
Ascent here. Just
Just
win
like
this
pick
map and you're in
50
chance
random
Paris.
pages from the
Yeah,
dictionary
so
and
I
just
think
just
this
learn
map is
some
gonna
new
be
words.
very, very interesting. So this is
Friggin'
T1's
everyone's
map pick
washed, rushed, everyone's trolling, everyone's throwing.
On this with this composition,
on.
with the Viper,
Everything's
with the Neon.
slop.
So for me, it's a big question
on.
mark. Why are T1 picking this? And I think it has to be some kind of read. I think the
I think
Nongshim
Texture
comp is
had a
up
harder
there
time
enough
in
that they're gonna
stage
feel
2.
like they had answers, like we saw yesterday.
I think Texture was
DFM
having a
had
harder time in
answers.
stage
So
2, but I think it's a
it is
combination of
available.
I
one,
actually think
a lot of teams
100%
like Nongshim were
the
targeting, making sure
blueprint
just he
to
didn't ever
beat
get a fair
Nongshim on
fight.
Ascent was
And
set
2,
by T1 by
I think
DFM
there's a bigger
yesterday,
thing
and I
at
think
hand
that
with
it's something
Gen G
that
in terms
T1
of how
not
they set up
only
defaults
should
and whether their
copy,
players
but
are able
fits
to
their
execute
style.
on that
Look
or
at
not.
this comp.
Right?
This is
So-
already a slow comp. You're playing Chamber Vice. You want to just sit around
Yeah,
on
but,
the
like,
attacking side and wait for the other team to push into you.
I mean,
which is
Tuds,
exactly
they were
how
playing
DFM
insane at
9
EWC, but
freed
stage 2,
Nongshim
he's almost
in
always
the
bot
last
frag.
game
Okay,
they played on
so
a set.
what about
They
the other
completed that
4
comeback
years that he's been playing
entirely on
Valorant?
the
Are we
attacking
just
side,
not
if
going
I
to
remember
count that?
correctly.
And
Their
by the
defensive
way,
side, they're
I
constantly
say this
crunching
as
each side of
someone
the map.
who
They're
was a
making
pretty
plays into
big
middle,
texture
and
doubter
DFM were just posted
up
up waiting
until
for them.
Gen G
I
last
think
year.
that's exactly
Like,
how
literally.
T1 is
Like,
gonna
even on
wanna play
GE.
the attacking side
Like,
anyway.
not as in I
think
didn't think he
especially
deserved
when
to
you
be in
have
Tier
the
1, but
chamber,
I
you
was
can
one of
sit in
those
these
that
off
didn't
angles, you
think
can
he
get
was
yeah,
a
you can jump
world-class
forward, you just post it.
duelist material.
I wouldn't be shocked to see him
And
get that
still,
offer
I
on
think
the
you're
attacker
crazy.
side.
Legit.
Hold for
Like,
these
you can't just
crunches,
compare
TP
one
away
season to the next and be like, well,
yeah,
they're
I think
washed.
DFM, even though they've
Right?
looked good here,
I mean, then
I think the onus is
Tens
really on
should
them
have
to
just
step
quit
up. I would not
2
favor
years
them
ago.
heading into this map too. If I'm a Nongshim fan now,
And even then, I
I'm
mean,
about to be
Tens,
another
I would say, had a
Yeah.
bigger
Just
drop
like,
off. And even
Chobra's
then, I don't
part
think he was
was,
washed. It was just
I
very
think
clear that he was
almost
having a
pretty
tough
much
time because of all the
stopped.
different
He was-
circumstances
Stop.
and the
He
meta change
was
and all of that.
slumped over
Right.
in one of those thrifties.
I mean, if you think
that,
Faker was
that
washed
happened
for
earlier.
4 years out of his career, then sure, I guess. I
good
guess they
luck,
were all
buddy,
washed,
we are
but
pulling up the
then we're
Asian
just
comp right now
washing
for a
players
set.
every year.
Let's see if Nongshim can get the defibrillator out. We'll see if they have learnt anything from that DFM game. They can't just keep running these
All right,
matches in
the
the
Chamber
mid-round.
Yoru.
They're very
I
obvious,
do
very
have
easy to
faith
read.
that the
Your team will
Nongshim
definitely punish.
team
Yeah,
knows
as you can
how
see
to
by
play
the
against this comp.
statistics here
I
as
do.
well, Nongshim much worse on that
Because
defensive
Silkan
side, which is
understands
where
this
they
comp
will be
really well.
starting. So they need to find rounds here. They need to find momentum. On the side of T1, they're sticking with that chamber. They've been running this comp all
But
year, and it's
whether
been
you can execute
quite
it or not,
Well, it
and
looks
whether
as though
Buzz
T1
is
have
still
got
hitting his
the
shots or not
perfect
is the
read
big
on
question.
Nongshim, but we're gonna find out if that does indeed pan out as we head into our
no, it's
set.
not that it
Could
offends
be
me,
our
but no,
final match
it's
of
just
this
like people
series.
being like,
We'll
well, it's
toss
just
it
a
over to
question.
Komodo
No,
and
but
to Pax
that's
to
not
find
how
out
you
if
have
it
good
is indeed so.
discourse, right?
Well, it certainly was
Right.
quite the
Like,
read on
if you
Lotus.
ask
Let's see
someone-
if it will be the same way on
if you
Ascent.
go to a
One more
restaurant and
win
ask,
is
is
all
this
T1
good?
needs.
That implies that you
for
expect
T1,
that there's a
it
possibility
definitely
that
is
it's
a case
good.
of we'll beat you at your
Right.
own game. It feels like a
The
little
question
bit.
should
Only
be
played
like,
2 times before,
do you
get
think
the
it's
dub for the
Texture
third
having trouble,
iteration at this
or do you think
serious
it's a team
stage.
thing?
And
Like,
for
that would
Ascent,
be the
you've
better
played it
question,
once against
right?
Boom with the same comp. They have been playing
Like,
way more
there's
Sunset,
nuance
Blind,
here.
Haven if
Being
we
just
can
like,
get
well, I just
there.
asked, and it's
But
like,
T1 on
okay,
this
but then,
map,
like,
Buzz
why'd
and
you?
Izu,
So either you're just
performance
straight up
on map number
rage
one.
baiting at
It's
with the
what they
lowest
did
hanging
against
fruit, which
Boom
also
as well,
like,
catching them time
I
and
mean,
time
that's
again,
not even-
especially
that's
on
not even
the
good rage
attacking
baiting.
side.
but that's
See if
also
they're gonna
bad
do
and
the
stupid.
exact same
But
here
it's either
to
that
come out of the
or,
gates. Absolutely
you
running.
know, you're just asking a disingenuous question because you're lazy.
Again, it is RB on this
Right,
Viper as
so-
well, on the DA site.
That's what
Down
upsets
to
me
Recon.
about the
Feeling
internet.
a
Is that people
lot
are
of
like, well,
teams
it's just a
adopting
question.
the
It's like, yeah,
perma
but
kind of
were there
double
not other
control
words that
or
could actually make it a
Viper.
much better discussion?
Seeing some
And
teams
that would
it
allow
really
you
worked
to
for,
always
and
give,
others
also give your
very
opinion,
inconsistent.
right? And then other people could join in.
Silence around the map for the beginning at the moment, and Buzz a corner to hopefully not overlook a short trap on the back of that.
All right, Nongshim
Utility,
playing
it all
close
goes out.
corners, holding them off.
That's just perfect as well. Dodged all of it.
Really good stall so far on the
Alarm bot
pistol.
Was the trigger.
You've already taken away the
Now you're looking to see a
TPs.
couple of
So
shots as
now,
he slots himself in.
contact is
Stuck.
contact. Oh, decent
Quickly
damage.
Nullified.
But that does force the
T1 have
rotate because
more
you're expecting
options
now
now.
without the TPs, with the TPs on
Clear
cooldown,
bottom
that they're
mid
going to
as
have to
soon as
group
the
and
smoke
force.
fades, go together,
But
strengthen
Nongshim's going to
numbers,
push back
bubble
out
low,
of tree.
respond
That
from
is
Francis.
good.
If he
You go for the
shoots
jump
a
peek, you
dart
spot
at
that.
their
So the
feet,
Neon
they
holds
will
main.
falter.
He actually has to just push out of main. This is good as well, and he gets the kill. That's great. You even out the numbers. Now you know that they're on site. Trades are happening everywhere.
Managed to hold.
But we
Don't
should be
overplay this
okay.
one. You just got your recon down on
Obviously,
minus Francis and
individuals.
Izu
But
is
Izu's
at
at
a
1
single
HP.
point
I probably shouldn't have said
of
that.
health.
Hold out from B main. Danby will be safe. Managed to spot him.
One body shot. Oh, no.
No! Why did I say it, chat?
Still 1 HP, and RB will be able to turn back around. So
Why did I
Nongshim
say it?
picking up the pistol.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. It feels like for Izu, if he's going to continue just hitting some
Nah,
sharp
for me,
headshots,
Texture is the best player in Pacific. Okay, might be.
gonna
Let's talk him
propel
for
T1
Nongshim.
for a
Okay,
good
so I'm
run.
just going
But,
to take
hey,
this
Nongshim
opportunity.
on
I'm just
the
going to take
board
this
for the
opportunity
pistol,
to educate.
The start that we definitely need to see from
If you're you're
them
asking that because you're a
get
fan of Texture,
acclimatized to this
and like
map, throwaway
you're
last
asking
one,
it
as we were
because you
kinda
don't
talking
want it
about,
to be
it's,
true,
a
like you
rough
need
one
to
when you
phrase
do
it
end
better,
on a thrifty
because
especially
otherwise,
as well,
like
but
you don't have a
sometimes
chance
matches
to
don't go
get
your
your
way. That's why
point
best
across,
of threes are
right?
best of threes.
Like you should be asking, like, do you think Texture is on the decline? Do you
trades,
think
good
Texture hit his
positioning,
peak earlier this
Good
year?
game
Like, do
plan
you
weathered.
think
I like the bottom
Texture
mid-trap
has hit his
idea
limit?
as well.
I hope not,
Slower pace
right?
from
Like that's how
T1.
you have a good conversation.
Gets the bet up. Gonna
Just-
see a lot of that change of
Just
play
want to
between
take that
fast
opportunity
and
to
slow.
educate. But at
To
the end of the day,
drawing
no,
board,
I
back
don't
to
think
the
Texture's
A
falling.
main engagements first and foremost.
Also a double judge.
Yo, the
Dambie,
judges
RB, there goes
against the
first
chamber?
snake bite kill.
Dude, Dude, Dom
Danby slides out.
Yeah, I
baited
didn't
out
quite
the
catch it.
observers.
Buzz
That's so
just
funny.
waltzed
He
into
went
that
into
with
high
the
gear, so
decay
the
of
observer stayed,
toxins
and then he
the
didn't.
snake bites
He
just
backed
tickled
off,
him.
so the observer moved away.
Or if there was any
And then he
extra damage
just
thrown the way. I mean, Francis is still holding
slides
the bolts
out.
anyways. Judge.
Wait, not something you
Oh
want.
hell yeah! Oh,
Judge
that's
quick
my
with the kill.
team.
It's the flawless
That's
round
my
of Nongshim.
team.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
it's a
go,
very
let's
common
go.
scenario for
Judges
Danby
on both
getting in
sides,
towards
let's
B main
friggin'
with a
go.
Judge or a Bucky or some sort of pistol.
Let's freaking go.
I mean, we see that played time and time
Chobra,
again.
do you
We
think
saw it
Paper X
against
has
Detonation
washed their
Focus
clothes
Me,
before going to
but now
Tokyo?
it's time to focus up for Nongshim.
I would hope
Come away
so.
with the bonus or not. You just walk through the wall and you.
Although I don't know.
There you go.
Does Paper X
It's
have
fine.
bad
Throw it
body
away.
odor?
Doesn't matter.
Some people
the
just
second
don't
round,
have
the
body odor.
anti-eco.
I mean,
you
it's
get your
still not
guns
good
on
for
the side
hygiene, but
of,
I guess I wouldn't
T1.
mind if they didn't have body
You
odor.
can still have Meteor kind of dance around the map and flex to the best ability. And when you get these walls as well,
All
and they are
right,
baited out
get the
nice
wall
and
out
early, could
nice
be a
and
tell that
early.
T1
That's
still wanna just
huge.
look
Now,
to end at
now if
this
T1
B-side.
wants to play macro, they need to keep somebody here.
Still with the options. DH.
That's not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the
But
best of RB.
basically, okay, so here's the thing,
A
though.
bit too
Nongshim has
hungry
to
there.
continue taking these
Throw out
fights.
a little bit of early utility to see if it is a solidified
They
play
do?
over
Okay,
at A
well,
or
Francis,
over at mid.
come on, you gotta hit those
where
shots.
Francis
But the
is gonna
reason they have to
get
keep
better.
taking these fights is because otherwise T1 just
Moving
gets free
players early
space,
on,
or
but
you just have to spend all
it's
your
that much
util
more
and you have
difficult
no
to
other way to
suss
do
out what
retakes.
T1's
So you have to
plan
take contact and
currently
force T1
Shock dart over towards B.
to
Remember
use their
this
TPs.
utility
The
too.
problem is you kind of have to pick
Some
apart when to
macro
peek so you
awareness
don't
for
run
T1
into
at
the
the
main
moment,
force like Francis
playing
did.
together with a couple of those
And even there, he
mid-duels.
should have actually had the kill on Buzz, but
Ultimately ending towards A right now. The dark cover is eventually going to fade. Are they all going to start to spray together in the smoke? They've got an idea that Purge is here. They've seen the Judge before. Couple seconds until the next dark cover arrives, but they're already here.
as well as Danby up from tree. There goes the
gets
first
ahead of
couple
it.
shots, of
Oh,
course,
I mean, he had the right
smashed through
idea.
the
He had the
wall.
right idea to
Danby
go
still
again.
trying to be proactive.
Ooh, we had no idea that he TP'd on
breaks
site.
through.
That's rough.
Slight damage on this bonus round so far. Give Izu the plant. He'll be getting the dimensional drift. You want to have access to that online nice and early. Very valuable for this game plan that T1's going to come out with on this map to change pace between slow and fast. Especially when you got the weapons in the hands of Nongshim Red Force in the next round and no ultimates on the horizon from them yet either. See if there's going to be any further damage that Ivy can come out with here on the Spectre. Just going to have to potentially disrespect some positions here.
Trying at least breaking window, making them think.
Get.
Into the smoke, but
Ivy gets 2 here.
either way, it's going to be tough. T1
We lose
respect
a round,
as
but he
well.
gets 2. You ready for this? 1, 2, 3.
Goes the smoke, goes in for the wide step.
I had the
DH
timing
will
right.
tap.
The position that he's going to come from after seeing nothing over at the rafter on their escape. They know it's a Spectre. They know that the long distance they'd be able to move their
How
aim
does
anyway to
Nongshim's
rafters
comp
for
beat
the long
T1's
battle.
on
So they're all
attack?
fine to watch that correct
Is that a
angle there.
conversation we're having? Because I didn't see
Nicely
that. did I?
navigated for the round of T1 in this instance. But now that we get the weapons back on the side
Timing
of
right,
Nongshim, are
kills
we going to
wrong.
see any aggression from them? Are we
Yeah, I
gonna
guess
see
I would
them
like it the other
still
way
want to
around.
just
Get
have
the
that
timing
ascension
wrong, we get the
spark?
kills right.
Or is it going to fall over? Danby with the operator now. A bit of a different look for a top-mid engagement against Izu. You drop him first. Could be quite handsome.
I mean, it really just depends on how
drift on
good
the back of the
T1
gate
is.
crash
But
for
that's the
position
problem,
with
right?
safety
Basically,
in
Nongshim's
mind
comp,
into
the Viper
B-side.
alone,
A bit
like,
more
basically
fortified
forces T1 to
for
really have to
Nongshim
double
too,
down on the
and scan.
frags.
How does that one get him? He got burned by the drone. Never mind.
Oh, nice pick, nice
Francis
pick.
quick on the draw as well.
Okay, we don't know that
Well,
DH
Buzz
is here.
will still continue to push on through though from Market.
Whoa, 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 Ivy,
Gotta
Ivy,
watch
Ivy.
out
Chill,
for
chill,
lane
chill,
as
chill,
well.
chill, chill,
B
chill,
main
chill,
push. So
chill,
far,
chill,
so
chill.
good.
Domby's got the angle, chill.
Nongshim
Domby's
doubling
got
up
you
the backside.
covered,
The operator line
chill.
now smoked off.
Uh-oh,
Unless you're using
really?
the
We're gonna...
fast lane
No,
here
no,
as
no, we
Danby
don't want
to
to creep
try
into that. You
and
don't want to
commit
get
an avenue in
spammed.
towards the site.
Where
Shots at
is...
best, a relay if
Purge
you
is
hear
watching
noise.
the
Need some
lurk
assistance.
because it's
You
still 50
really are wanting
seconds.
Francis on the
Oh,
rebound.
Buzz,
It's the Buzz first.
Buzz! You're not that
Couple shot
skinny.
darts through, expecting the lane push. There goes that
You're not that skinny, my friend.
Sorry, turret soon as well for some further info.
Ooh.
Shock dart.
It's more damage.
Francis.
Shipping down against T1. They will continue.
The value.
Eventually, waterfall down.
Whoa.
Oh, and that's both
Wait.
players inside of
Hold
Boathouse
on.
eliminated.
Wait, that wasn't supposed to
Fast
happen.
lane allows for a rifle pickup instead of a op, but
Dude,
still.
DH,
inside of the smoke
he
will
holds
be
such
DH.
aggressive
And at that
positions.
point, you're just left with Persia.
He's so good.
Nice to
Step across, but oh, it's another one tap
Wow.
for DH.
I didn't
to
mean
end
that
it.
you had to
The
one
tie
tap
up
him.
2-2.
DH, calm down.
Really nicely done in the patience game from T1, honestly. They are not really giving too much to Nongshim there. When I'm saying about this recon dart that's going to come online and the turret that's going to come online, they don't really get any success from those information bodies there.
I meant the boop
A
was
little bit
for
too passive
Persian,
in the
not
back of
DH.
sight from them. A little bit too readable for T1.
Maybe Autumn
They
was
had a
right.
lot
I
of
mean,
time
I
and
don't think
space to
anyone
actually,
has any complaints about DH being
probably have
so
a whole
mid.
discussion in that downtime
DH
to figure out what they want to do to
Give him
regain position
a
of the
year,
side.
and I would say DH might be the
Danby
best
again,
player
by
on
the
this
way, just
roster.
getting caught out,
I know
running around
Meteor.
in
Obviously,
high gear,
Meteor.
not getting
There's
dumped
so
up
much
early.
success that he's had that
Beginning of this round, it is
it's
up early.
unfair to overcome that.
I mean,
But
we'll gain a little bit of
currently,
this control
like
over
current
at A
playing
main,
form,
but T1
I would say that
reactive enough
DH is
get out
near the
of that
top
one.
ranks.
and still look to go gain the space in knowing
But
that is
just like
against the
Caron,
Nongshim
I
hand.
do think the team allows him to
Double
play
layer
his own game.
smokes, though,
Like they
toxic
kind of work
screen
around him.
runway.
I don't think he's doing as much in
By
terms of on a
further
team
time,
level. So
Nongshim
like,
can continue to
you know,
push
I'm not
up.
saying the other players are playing
You
worse.
feel
But
maybe a little bit more incentivized here to be using the drone to permit a bit of entry, but instead the team just all goes completely together. That's also a very valuable
nice
option.
flash
And
from
valid.
Izu right above the
Oh,
Viper
it's
wall.
the
But
TP.
Francis remembers that's a good
Francis,
track
that's a free
on the
weapon.
gate crash. You
Get
know
out
how they
though.
want to get in. And that's the
Little bit
thing
of
that
damage on the
T1's
shot
going to
down, but
lack.
it's the
If they can't
immediate
get the
extra
earlier
from the
numbers.
old mate, DH,
Oh,
the new blood
DH,
of
we
T1
just
shut down.
praised
Are we going to get a
you.
thrifty to come through from Nongshim
Okay, do
here
they
or
know
not?
about
It's a
Buzz,
heavy
though?
investment
He
on the
does.
hunter here
Well, he
from
suspects it.
Francis.
He dodges into the smoke.
5v3, you're feeling better about it. Meteor, though, has to come up with the goods in this position.
The bait,
if
the bait,
T1 are
the
to
bait,
find their
the bait and
legs.
switch.
It's not quite happening because Francis gets the wall back.
Nice.
Buzz
Not
pushes on through.
nice.
Footsteps go, and then Danby
Nice.
just silences it. It's a thrifty picked up by Nongshim.
They actually go and do it.
I think the
well
switch from
done.
yeah, I think
A
the
little bit too
switch
far
is
forward on the
fine.
gate crash
Obviously,
there from
people can still
Izu
have their
ahead of
problems
the
about
team
like the
without
process of
layering
it.
of
But
the extra recon that comes on
I mean, even
through.
then, I think the
And
community
not
overreacted.
too much of an over-rotation
I mean, I felt bad
actually
for
on the
Sylvan,
B
but
side
I
as
think
well
the
from
community
Ivy.
overreacted.
See the DH there, as soon as he got out of from the shadows, he's out into the open, equipping the weapon instead of having it ripe and ready and available. And then you can say the same thing about Buzz. He knew that there was a strong force around that A side still.
I think that, I mean, the other thing is I think,
two shots, a reload,
in,
can pull out your
honestly, in
sidearms if you wanna
hindsight,
be
it might also simply
getting
be
an
that
upgrade on the
they
weapon.
needed someone that
Now
played
this
like
is where it might
this,
get interesting
in
for
the
this
smokes
first
roll.
half.
right?
Two
Like
of
that
the
just
force
might have
is
been
out
so
for
core to
T1.
their game plan, and they realized
bit
it
of
late, or they
a
tried to
French
work
buff,
on it, but
perhaps,
Sylvan's
on
just
their
not that
journey
type
to
of player,
Paris.
which I don't think he is. Even when, you know, in Korea we
the
were
question
saying
is
that
where
he
you're gonna
might be
post it
second best after
DH
Mako,
is
like
quite
back in the
beautiful.
day before Pacific.
It would be very
It's not
cheeky
because he
of
was
a
an
position.
aggressive
But
controller.
if they don't see anything for too long, I kind of
So-
want him to drop one down and be able to
Could
use
just be.
this again later on.
But either way, I think the DH,
Meanwhile, Meteor over at A main
S-
is got
sub
in
in
front of these
is-
one-ways.
there's
on the
no
dark
argument.
covers.
It was the right move.
So he's got a lot of space that he can call for here for the team. What can he see? What can he translate
Okay,
over
so
to
we
what
have full
stacks
control
to
of B main.
get the cogs turning in this
We've
round.
given up mid. Nongshim is basically baiting them
that
into
is a
these
headache.
angles that you're able to hold with
Tried to
off
slice the
angles. Like
pie,
these,
but now
oh, it's so good.
your
Because you
entrance
know
has been
that
shut
T1
down.
has
Be
to
careful though,
slice the
Francis.
pie.
You wanna
They're
let
going to
this
slice
little
the
recon
pie
still
and then
available
go
for
for
the
an
team.
aggressive swing on,
As
on
Ivy
the
does get
last
spotted out
time,
by Stacks.
and then they
He's gonna fall
TP
on
out
back.
after
There's the
winning a
gap,
frag.
exploited by Izu.
So the overall
Flashes,
macro
those
plan
are
is
gonna
pretty
have to pretty much swallows in sight.
decent.
Watch out for
They're gonna
French's
know. They're gonna know that
spams.
Persia
Meteor's
is
gonna make it over
here.
here as well. He does have the steel guard and can remove
Good
the guns,
paranoia
but
to buy
clean away
time.
into
20
towards the side.
seconds.
Exactly
Okay.
what he does.
Do we have Dombey slide
tossed
in
over
and
onto
Francis
Danby,
goes
though,
in for the trade?
still
Francis
a
has the
possible
op
entry.
though.
But Izu manages to turn around. DH getting a shot into Boathouse. Just
I do not
RB
know
left.
about the fast lane down the
Straight through
stairs.
from
I do
Market.
not know about that.
And look for some potential targets, but everyone is
That
marking every
was-
single possible spot. Izu with the
That
4K
was a
brings
bit
it up
rushed.
to 3-3.
Oh, he's got some great sprays on that one for sure, doesn't he? Want to see that first duel that he was able to get. A couple of important ones for both
The
sides.
start of the
Could have
round
gone
setups
either
are
which way,
good.
but it's
So
a
I do
first
think
kill
that the
on the
Nongshim team
side
has
of
worked on
Nongshim Red
like
Force. They're
understanding
not
what you need
able
to do against this
hold and
comp.
contain Steel
The
Guard
problem
investment
is-
quite nice in my mind. Permitting some
is
good
they are
confidence
kind of
again
respecting
from
them
T1 to
too
get
much
on in.
across the map.
You got Izu firing, you got Buzz firing. It's just going to
Like
be
we're
a
not
colossal
denying.
force.
Like you have to force him to play even
For T1
slower, but you don't,
Team
right?
one of
We
the
don't have the
champions.
full set of
Different
util to
look
really
to get
do
tiles here
that.
to command this B control, but
Buzz has off
harder
now.
before here, Quack. DH hadn't played that spot before. He's going to be finding RB for first.
Now noted, but at what cost? And we've already spent a lot of utility just
Push
to
him
get to
away,
this
chase him
mid-area.
down.
DH can even shrouded step out
And Dambi and Francis are so low. Just throw caution to the wind
Must
in a
be nice to have
situation
good
like
neons
this.
when going against
Gonna
one of
go
the
for
best
a bit of
neons.
a gamble stack over towards the A site, and that's going to be the wrong position for them. T1 now to the approach of B. You can even pick up that orb technically if you want on the back of Stacks. Get closer to that.
Do you think the
Hunter's
Viper
Fury.
wall that
It is
covers
still
B
early
main,
days
mid,
on
one,
Ascent.
and cat better than the one Nongshim is currently
As
using?
Francis comes in to investigate. Ooh,
No.
Yeah, it's a good scan.
Well,
But it's a wrong target
better?
allocation onto the clone.
that's right.
And it is still the lesser buy for
No, I
Nongshim
don't
as
think
well,
so.
remember. So you can throw what you
because
want
I
at
think
this round,
this
but
one,
not playing
like
on the KO
basically,
comp,
I
you
think
can't
in this
get any flashes
situation
over
against the
through spawn.
Chamber Yoru, the Viper really should just kind of be used like a Vice, where you're just like slowing down one part of the map a lot. Like if you just slow down the Chamber Yoru a ton and just hold the angles where they have to take aggressive peeks, like that's how you shut them down on your defense, on their attack. Okay, this. Oh, it doesn't hit.
It's a paranoia answer
Damn, good
back.
paranoia
Good
too.
wild shots. Not really going through at the moment, Komodo.
I mean,
Buzz
we
being
don't have
able to
time
hold
to use
down
the
the line
Dombi ult,
still.
unfortunately.
They need to be careful here. They might all go up
Yeah,
the
they're just
spike.
gonna take away all the
That's
weapons.
what Nongshim are trying to do. So T1 beginning to feel the pressure. They will push on out. Ivy
That's
low,
crazy.
and that will be Stacks to punch through and
No,
manage
they get
to
away.
secure the weapons into the next round.
Yeah, they managed to
paranoia
escape
saved
with their tail between the legs a little
so
bit.
I'm okay
but
with the current
nevertheless,
wall.
T1 gonna be
That
gaining
doesn't mean that I think the wall that
lead
covers mid is
here.
bad,
Map pick, and
but
it does sort of get me worried a little bit
I
now.
think that wall
How many
is
rounds
much
are they
more
gonna
like
be able to
once
get
it
away
gets
with on this attacking
disrespected
side? We need to
once,
see a
it's
bit more
kind
of a
of
comeback from
over.
Nongshim. I really feel like
The
being a map
B,
behind
mid,
and
and
having
cap.
their confidence rattled a little bit.
Whereas I
going into
think
this
this one,
series
you still have to like check
a
the
team
line,
and players
and
that they
if you
have
don't see them in main, it
idolized
still gives you
in
cover on
their
short.
way, in their journey towards
So,
tier 1. And
I'm
for a
okay
player
with
like
that.
RB as well, right, joining in this
But
Nongshim
basically, what
team,
you have to do is like
assisting
once you
them
get the
to
first kill,
try
I think
and
you have to
have a
delay it so
continual
that they
run,
have
get
to
the
back
champ, stay in
off.
tier
But
1,
right now,
win
they're just
back
kind of
in
waiting for the
Pacific
next
now.
frag, and then T1's like, oh,
Saw
that
it
guy's
earlier,
there,
right?
let's double, triple swing him.
618 days since
So,
it's seen Stacks.
That's rough.
His old leader in the server. A Buzz there too. This time, feels like the calling from T1 is at the quality level to get them over towards Paris.
But honestly, on
you
the
would think.
attack, Nongshim
Potentially returning
should
to
be
champion's
okay
form.
unless
I mean,
Buzz just
2 rounds
hits all his
apiece.
shots.
Definitely needing to see Nongshim kind of come back into this one.
Full focus on this next round. Both squads, an operator battle can come on out. Buzz to B, Dambi 2. Although thinking better of it in the extra
Well, they'll go
seconds,
for the
thinking
A
that there's
version of
actually
it.
gonna be another aggression play for a mid
Yeah, we'll
split,
see.
for a B main pop.
I mean, I
like
think-
the proactive
I don't
position
know-
from T1. I like the idea.
Obviously, I've never like played this comp myself
Playing
in
a
ranked
little
or
bit more of the
anything,
macro
so
game, but seeing
it-
nothing here.
it would all
is
be
gonna allow
theory and
Nongshim
just
to get
other
a little
teams
bit
that
more
we've
forward
seen
into
do
B
it.
main, the spotting of the
But
drone,
I think
revealing some
I think
players.
both in
should
my
shake
head,
up the
both are
approach,
fine.
but
You
you
just have
think
to
you'd be
play
happy enough
into
with
them,
Nongshim to leave
right?
the
Like if
operator
you're
on the
playing
line
this, it
over
is
a B,
about like
and have a
re-clearing
slight
mid
lean
and always
more
having
towards
mid
market,
priority,
more
whereas
towards short.
before was always having main
Be all right
priority
to
on both
leave
sides.
Persia over at line.
Obviously, that
Give
didn't
that
work
big
out,
shroud of
so
step to
now
get
you're
on
trying
out.
to go for
Still
mid priority.
risky engagement because it already feels
we'll
like
see.
when Meteor is doing things over at A,
How many does Nongshim need
always
on this
aware
half?
of what may be lurking in
Honestly, I
one.
think minimum. I think 5 is okay.
Viper's big
Oh,
investment, which kind of flushes players into
nice and
this
clean,
off.
and then you pit, so you're pushing
Maybe
them
get it
into
down
the
to
op.
T1. That's the important
You're saying
factor
go to
for
the
Nongshim
op.
at the moment.
Go to the
Easy
op.
down.
That does mean Dombi. That does mean. That does mean
Drip
you have
as
to
well,
win. That does
Dambi.
mean you got to stop moving all the time.
The Buzz is looking vertically a little bit here over towards the market. Does he have the flick on down?
Ah!
From both sides. Reset territory, 30 seconds to go, but look who's gone in through mid.
But
you should
you just
know
have to
with the
slow them
alarm
down
bot being
with this
removed.
comp. They don't have massive burst.
Certainly considering.
Okay, we have
I don't
given
know
up
if
mid
you're aware of spawn, though,
entirely,
at all. 20 seconds.
but that's why
You've
we've
gotta get
taken
in
A
here as
main. So like our
T1.
positions are
That's a brilliant
okay. We're
smoke
very
as
well
well for
aware
Meteor
of
to kind
this.
of slip
Ivy
on
just has to
through.
not insta-dive.
Oh,
Okay, he
there
didn't
goes.
insta-dive,
Finally
all right?
spotted.
We don't need anything else. We're fine.
Shot
We're
as
fine.
well. 12
We've got Neon
seconds
ult.
now, and T1
We've got
continues
Neon
to
ult.
press on,
We've
but
got
Ivy
Neon ult.
managed to stop
It's
it.
okay,
Oh,
because Ivy's
3
alive.
kills,
Ivy
negative
actually
4
was the
Buzz.
Neon ult all
Still
along.
looking for another target, but at
Holy,
this
no time,
point,
no time, no
You
time, no
can't get the spike down anymore.
Whew.
He's done some damage, that's for sure. 4-4. Buzz is going to take a consolation prize of the operator in towards the
Yeah,
next
I mean, I
round.
think the
T1,
attacking side should
they
be
took
fine.
that
I mean, I guess
round
4 is
really
the technical
slow.
bare minimum, but I do
I'm sure
think,
some people
you know,
would question the
pistols
Viper's
and
Pit that RB
still
invests
it's
over towards
Madness
Tree,
at
but I
sense,
actually
so
think that
all
by
that
the timing,
considered,
that was really
4
good.
seems a little
And it
risky.
stops Meteor from being able
I'd
to come out
like
with this
5.
lurk. He's still, you know, navigates a lurk around the map in a different little variety around through spawn. But
Ah, I
it's
see
super
we have
slow
finally
for
achieved a
T1 to get into
non-verbal
the site, but there's
communication
a little
phase
bit
of
better
supporting
start.
the
Having
team.
Danby there around Francis, around Ivy.
Sucks to
with
lose the
overdrive
op, though.
popped as well.
I
But
mean,
it's a bit of a treat for Nongshim to still keep
way to
in
be a
good
downer.
contest on this defensive side.
look on the bright side. I guess your
Back to this
name
B
is
side of lane
happily
4, T1.
sad.
Again, kind of want to see them.
I
give it
guess
a
you're
little
just
bit more
role
in this
playing
map,
to
a
your
little
ID.
earlier
I
on,
respect
be a
it.
little
I
bit more
respect it.
decisive. On the back of this dimensional drift, it's going to be the same mid
Maybe we should
exploration
switch
for
that to
B-split
sadly
play.
happy.
How much information can Izu formulate here? What can he
See if
spot
we can
out?
do that this game. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Spots
whoa.
on Ivy
Gun
trying
out,
to go
gun
in a
out.
little bit faster. Might not have noted Francis towards
Ah!
the back boathouse, but it will be RB continuing to push out from short now.
Yeah,
We've
he's getting
get,
a little bit
oh,
more
RB got
with
mid
his
though.
rotations,
So
and
now
that
we've got him
is the 5
surrounded.
versus 3. This is a
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
spot for
Make it so they
Nongshim.
can't just
Trying
flood
close
into the.
the
Oh, I
H
love that he
on
just
the
keeps
stairs,
tapping on the
elevation,
door. He's like,
angle,
knock,
all
knock,
good.
knock, knock. I'm coming in. I'm
Skills
coming
not
in.
found
Stacks. I'm
now
coming
as
in.
T1, you're stuck
then he just
around
never
lane,
does.
Stuck around the door.
And then he
where
gets
RB
him.
finds
Oof.
yet another kill.
So good.
Quicker rotations translates into a flawless round win for Nongshim.
And no random bullets to come out from RB in this one. He was on that reconnaissance mission around the map, finding the right timing, finding the right places.
Some of the sounds you
well
have just
done
made,
from
Mr.
him
Chobra, all
too.
your neighbors would have gotten little neighbors.
A good hold around that B site from Nongshim. Good
What's
shot
that
starting
weird
to be
shot?
collected from the team as well.
Chat,
Again,
come on.
need to make sure that they're
Don't
not
act like you've never
volatile a
sounded
little
like
bit
that
in how
watching
they
a
are
Valorant
moving around the
game
map
before.
and how they are getting these comms up.
All right, we got
Firing
locked
the
down.
50 here, they
They
will
do have Hunter's Fury.
at least secure a tie
We've already
at the
gotten
half.
5. Like, we're feeling okay. Oh, I like this. So
I've not
now
seen
we
a lot
go
of
back
value from the
because
team,
we
but
forced them to
Buzz
give
as
up
well,
on
mind
B
you,
and
on
mid.
this one so
We
far.
go back to fighting A main. It's freaking fat. Oh, Buzz? Oh,
Game plan,
Buzz,
the way that it's
please.
going,
It's
RB's just gonna have
RB.
his way with this A main area.
Angry RB
It's
has
RB,
arrived
man. You
now.
played with this guy.
Angry
You know how
RB.
good he is. Come on, man.
Going green against Buzz as well. Stacks now
Oh?
the next target down. One
Oh,
more.
Persia.
Wait, Persia.
How dare you? How dare you? We could have the Hulk in the server. Well done for RB,
Dude,
though.
he went for the
There's
wide swing
sixth
too, but
for
RB just wasn't
Nongshim.
ready for
Gotta
it yet.
see this massive confidence from the vet. Still relatively young, still got a lot of space, you would assume, in this game of Valorant.
No,
but
I love it. That's so
trying to get
Persia,
around,
dude.
well done
That's so
for the
Persia.
side of
He's
the
like, well, I went for the
Nongshim
wide
Red
swing, you
Bull.
didn't
I wanna
shoot.
talk about
Too
the trademark
bad.
Buzz a little bit earlier. I saw him, and I remember it because he was doing it in the game.
He was
against
busy
Blue. He was using
reloading.
the trademark through the utility. You know, you pop that on out, you use
So
it as a
funny.
little bit of a scoping mechanic
That's
when
so
you don't
funny.
have a lot
No,
more of
that's
that
like the most
reconnaissance
Persia
ability
thing
that
I've
these,
seen,
you know, what's called
actually.
the meta agents of 5 do have up their sleeve.
Sure.
When you get the Sova, when you get the Killjoy and all that sort of stuff, yeah, you can kind of use the Arc Rose at the same time, but Meteor plays
Average
off all those
Persia
lurks.
behavior. We got
I've been
6.
using
We're
him a
feeling
little bit
okay.
more on the passive variety for the flanking watch.
And he hasn't found anyone.
Yeah, 4-2-6 timeout.
Yo,
investment from
Uranium.
Team
Good morning. Good
One now.
morning.
Wanna
I mean,
see a world in which they
T1
can
was
get the 6-6,
very
but for
prepped
Nongshim,
on
if they're
Lotus.
able to,
Nongshim
you know,
basically got
7-5,
torn apart.
8-4,
Woke
get
up a little
pistol
bit
and good stuff
individually
in
on the
second half.
attacking side, but
Damn well could have a
we got
third
torn
map
apart.
in Haven.
you know. But we're putting
Still
it back
think it's
together.
gonna be
We've
a
got some
challenge
good
for Nongshim. I
tape,
think the series was
taping it back
always gonna
together
be a
piece
challenge
by
for
piece.
Nongshim. I thought the series against D1 was good. DFM was going to be a challenge for Nongshim.
That's right. They're already
But
in
they
the
came out
boiling
with
pot.
Cannonball,
Yes,
and they sunk that
Sporty.
ship.
Cook them.
So, who really
That's
knows
what the
what's
sign
happening
said.
in
They're
Pacific
already
right
in
now.
the boiling pot.
We are along for the ride.
Which is a crazy thing to
Here to
say.
be entertained, Komodo. Certainly is in the cards for Nongshim to push this into a third map. Currently playing around this off of Danby and RP being able to push all across.
Glass cannon operator for Buzz as well. Again, positioned over
Okay, and
towards
then
this
now
big
we go
side
back
from
to the
very
mid wall.
beginning.
Oh boy.
We got the op.
Cannot give a lot of space for Danby to just be able to get on these solid lines.
But
and
Alarm
lock them
Bot, so
down.
now
A
you
little bit more
focus
of a default
because
set for
they've been
Nongshim
shut
in this
down on the
round
A
two.
side again. You expect they're going to go back to their
2-1-1-1
strong side on
if you
B,
wanna argue that.
but look at the
Or
Alarm
2-1-2.
Bot on B side. So now you've
Yeah,
really
except
made
for
it so
Tree
you
is
can
in A
actually spam
position.
through the wall as well
These
and hold
positions
them off even
RB
harder
just spotted them out
if
by
they come in
Tiles.
and try to
Yeah,
flood
gives you information,
Ivy
be
and
clear,
Francis.
and start to play with that a little bit as T1 right now. And you definitely want to see a world in which RB can
Dom
have
B,
some good
just going to have to
timing
back
on
off.
This toxic screen with the team, but
Oh,
also
immediately getting rid of the trademark. Like, dude, even the rounds we lost, I think it's very clear Notion understands
low
how to play this. Oh my
Meteor
goodness!
push up.
No, 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 no,
Spots
no,
out
no, no,
RB
no,
as
no,
well,
no,
so
no,
RB
no, no,
feeling
no,
the
no,
pressure
no,
to
no, no.
retake space
Okay,
around
push him, but
wide.
no, no. Okay.
The shorty does the trick. And here comes Dabby, shut down by Izu though. And
T1 look to take
hide
over
away,
still
hide
on the other side.
away,
Whoa, Viva
let's
finds the
go.
shot.
That is a crisp
All right, dude,
hit.
RB is
Come on in.
what is going on with everybody?
And now RB's position is known as well. He's repositioned.
What is this
One versus
round?
We're still
What is
relatively
this
low.
round?
Skulking across back up into
From
habit.
literally everybody. I mean, this. Oh,
And that's
dude,
gonna
the
tell-
turret,
He
man.
Instantly turns around.
Ivy.
He goes back towards the door, but at this point, as T1, all you're looking for is
Dude,
that
this
little
is-
shoulder, that
This
little
is
barrel
one of the
stack,
rounds of
beginning to
all
burn.
time.
RB
Holy,
makes it
this
close,
is
but no
one of the
dice.
rounds of
He has
all
certainly
time.
tried to
This
roll a
is
couple of sixes
one
in
of
that
the
one, but
rounds
all he's
of
got is
all
snake eyes.
time.
That is
This might be
rough.
my favorite
Another
round of
single shot
VCT in
traded by DH at
2025.
the end.
Oh
And
my
little Timmy
gosh.
Turret has
What-
betrayed Nongshim there. What a
Oh my gosh.
just what a
Oh
funny
my
Pacific round,
gosh.
honestly. Like the idea of just chucking on the pistol through the glass, have your rifle at the ready. That is
He's like
quite
sitting
intense,
on
but-
the turret.
Oh boy.
Oh my
20 HP
gosh.
RB just can't get it done. Slips through his fingers.
The fact that that's the difference
Dude,
between
so good.
8-4 and potential 5-7.
Oh my
right
God.
Yeah, I mean, 6-6
So
on the cards,
funny.
stacks with the Hunter's
Holy.
Fury, keeping in check the lockdown of Ivy, but then you've got still that Hunter's Fury for Francis and a pit. Ultimate game strengthened for Nongshim here. Buzz could double snipe
Okay.
if he
Ooh,
picks
meteor.
up the
All right.
ultimate
All right.
behind
Oh,
the
T1.
operator.
I know what they said in the timeout. They said
Content with holding
activate
line for now.
Project
Drone out
Meteor.
Meteor
And
spotted.
Persia's on top
Much
of it.
respect do you give him there as Persia. You did well to bait out that shear.
Honestly,
On the clock for T1.
like, how about
A
an
bit more
early
proactive
Christmas
use,
present?
you
7
know, you're
rounds
in the open.
on this first half. How about that,
Keeping
Notion?
Dan
Like,
his
I'm
interest
totally
here
fine
as
with 5. You already
well.
got 6, like I
But
know.
it's all a
I'm not
ruse,
asking you to
or is it? We
overachieve. I'm
start
just
to
saying,
position
dude,
towards
I
the
thought
A
he
site as
somehow got to
Buzz
collapse through
removes
the
the
wall. Like,
lockdown.
holy crap.
No value for Ivy.
Dambi though still on.
Okay,
line, goes
okay.
for the
Yeah, yeah,
swing
yeah.
and
Push.
the
Well, okay,
reload
no,
as
no,
well.
don't do that. Don't
Hops
do that. Don't
back
do
in
that.
the
Don't
tree
do
for
that.
safety.
Might actually have to be a position for Stacks to use the Hunter's
I knew
Fury
he was
to get
gonna try to
entry
go
in
back to
towards
it,
this
though.
B site. Recon and ult sends the team in.
Okay,
There's a
the
pit
snake
with
bite
30
at 30 seconds.
to
Now
go.
you're
If
just
you're
wasting
RB,
time. They don't have
you
the
rip
burst.
it.
That's good. That's good.
It's good
Where
to
does
see
the op
T1
go,
at
though?
least
Where
in
is
mid.
the op
They
going to
can still
hold?
go
The
towards
op is
A
going
if
to
they
hold
want. The
A.
Thunder
We're going to give
Shadows
up
for DH,
3.
you have to have
I
the
don't like
timing
that.
absolutely down to a T here on the site. RB
And the
dropping
pit
to
to
stairs
hold.
and spawn.
That's great. And the
Oh,
Hunter's
you got
Fury.
Hunter's Fury
Heck
for
yeah,
Francis
cook
as
them.
well.
They're in the
Tags
boiling
on
pot.
a couple of blades.
Boiling them.
Even
That's
takes down
right.
DH.
DH down.
Tough
Raid
fight
boss
for
down.
T1 now with 10
Sorry,
seconds
Buzz.
to go. They have to just push
Wait,
past through,
wait,
try to
guys,
stick it inside
guys,
of the pit. It
guys.
actually goes down, but
Okay.
the kills are not found. RB
Wait.
has done his job.
Wait,
Still though.
hold on.
It's 1v3.
Why is
You
this
just
getting
settle.
weird?
You wait for your teammates here.
Okay.
Or maybe you don't. You just bring out the little shotty. And RB will dispatch of Meteor. 7-5 at the half. Now we're getting some fun, scrappy duels.
Are you not entertained?
Yes, I am. I'm chained to this desk for all the entertainment this week. But my oh my, a
7-5.
lot
Nice
of
shot.
moments on backwards and forwards variety.
I mean, great to see.
It's
I
another
am
scenario,
curious.
Though, there for T1. The time does get the better of them.
I
They're
am curious
stalled
if the
out
teams
very
who are
nicely
running
by
this
Nongshim.
change it for champs. I think
At
there's
every
more that the
turning
Chamber
point.
Yoru can do.
Job
But
is
the
not
way that
done.
teams are playing
Nongshim,
right now
they
is
know
getting
it. They
torn
cannot start
apart.
to celebrate at all. They have to turn their attention. They have
Chobra,
to
I have another
change
question. I
their
hope you don't
game
get
plan
mad.
on this attacking side.
I won't get mad.
And it's
Well,
Nongshim,
I can't
right?
promise that,
We
but
didn't get to see too much.
I just
of that
like to
over
take
on Lotus. They were
opportunities,
shut down really early.
as an
T1
uncle
opting
should,
to start
to
on the
educate
attack,
the
and here
Zoomers
Nongshim opting to
about
start on the
proper
defense,
discourse.
right? So now that they've got this depth that they
Sometimes
need
I
to
get a
run
little
on this
worked up.
attacking side to close this map, what does that look like? How involved is
Yes,
RB
yes,
getting on the lurk?
Whoa!
On the Viper?
You think I'm toxic? You think I'm
So
toxic?
can you get
Ati's
Dandy in
friggin'
towards the
dude.
side?
Ati's got a friggin'
It's undoubtedly true.
Lock
You
on
saw it
friggin'
onto
40. That's
Lotus.
messed
I mean,
up.
Don't get me wrong. This first half, RB was doing a little bit better, a little bit more proactive.
Agent there, by the way. I prefer Buzz on the Yoru because it means generally Izu is on the Neon, and I think that double duelist look is better than the Buzz Chamber and
That's it. That's the only
Izu
pull we got.
Yoru,
Shouldn't
which
you have
is
Nongshim
still
products beside,
valid.
like other players
I'm
have
just
Red
a
Bull
chamber
beside them?
hater, so
Wait.
that's why that's there.
Wait, is this someone's parent?
Whose parents are these?
We're voting for, yes,
Ooh,
Valorant. with
dude.
the
Honestly,
players.
I would
No,
have Ramen
Ramyan
with the players.
Kind of flip-flopped a little bit. But yeah, Ramyan's a little bit more comforting.
I want
That
to
said, yes,
say
you do
that
want to
that.
see RB getting a little bit more
I
proactive.
don't
Back
know.
on
I don't know
Lotus, he
whose
was having
parents
a
that is.
rougher time with it.
I'll try to find out, chat.
Still on this Viper, of course, but right now it's a completely
But
different storyline. line.
I do
He's
have
up
no
to
farms.
17 kills.
Chat. You know what?
Yeah, he's
That's
been
why.
putting in a
That's
bit of
why
an
it's been a
amount of effort
close
in
game.
this one. Persia not so much, but I think the timing and such and what he's been kept in check
We're
is
back.
still being good.
We're so back.
See how active he'll get on this now attacking side. IV
right.
just gonna get peppered down by 2
Okay,
shots. of
maybe
Headhunter for the
maybe
bump
the
shot
ears
bandit.
weren't a good idea. Hold on, we'll see how this
Nevertheless,
pistol round
for
goes.
T1.
And the burst execute from Nongshim. Danby trying to slide across,
Oh.
especially with relay bolts.
Okay,
So a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
more
yeah.
space,
Just keep him
Buzz,
corner,
though.
keep him corner.
Still
What's he gonna
forced to
do?
be
What's he
reckoned
gonna
with
do?
the right
Yeah,
clicks.
just one tap you. What's he
Quickly
gonna do?
silencing Persia though. Out from stairs, now RB. Out from B main.
RB?
Perfect timing on
RB?
the snake bite as well. Continues
RB?
to stifle T1 somewhat. Izu though slips past.
Oh,
Persia with
Persia!
Yeah,
Let's
luckily enough to have
friggin'
the frenzy there,
go.
you'd feel
Hey,
like
what's up,
Throwing
Victoria?
out the bullets very rapid, fast. And now it's Francis too. He could potentially.
Can I
even
out
look
you
to
that
grab
you said you
gun
came to
up.
the venue
Raven
thinking it was
passing,
gonna be?
it's on the lane
Whoa, whoa,
way.
whoa!
45 seconds
You
to
can
go,
quote
and
me.
RB has
You can
really
quote me, but
moved
you have to quote me
positions.
properly.
DH now stuck.
I said it was
Persia not
potential,
spotted.
and
Record
today I'm
B
here
is
because it's
already
also
there. No,
once
the
again
Aether, what a
potentially
shot!
the
But it
last game.
still will be RB who gets taken
I also
down
said
with
that
a
on
headshot
stream,
at the
so,
end. A
like,
Red Bull clutch
you
for
wouldn't be
T1.
outing me either
That's actually
way.
really rough for RB. He backpedals a little bit there, giving a headshot
I know we lost that
angle
round,
to
chat.
DH, who is already low.
Like,
Had
you
RB
can't
ran
act-
a
you
little
can't
bit
be
more
like, I'm gonna
forward,
out you and
would
then
have had
twist
a bit more
my
space and
words.
not
You can't
offering
do
his
that.
head on the guillotine block. It just gets shut down, sliced on.
That is
That
rough.
pistol
Though.
round I thought was gonna go
But
the way
to be
of
fair,
Nongshim.
Persia should have
DH
lost that
putting in
fight.
a good
So,
effort.
like,
And
so
a
I'm
rough
kind
one
of
for
okay.
Persia. I mean, he's
Oh,
not really
that last
been
shot
able
is
to find the
kinda
kills
crazy.
in this map. You feel the frenzy, right? It kind of delivered the bullets for him. It just point and click and hold the button, but the ghost, you got to tap that one. And it just doesn't work out.
I mean, the buy round, starting with the buy round is where we should be okay. The op is obviously going to be a problem,
T1
so
just
giving
looking to
them the
hold.
pistol is
Great
a little
recon
rough.
coming out from Stacks.
If we
allows
can-
for a pepper shot.
but we
And
didn't
awareness
force,
over towards
obviously.
DH as well, that they are so close.
So, like, I mean, if we can win this
Now
round,
he's
it'd
just
be
ready for it. 2
fantastic. But I
kills,
don't think
maybe
that's
the
happening.
third. Meteor will steal it away. DH right back in. Sheer wall
The
tripped as
Nongshim
well.
mascot. Honestly, chat, if I were to rate the
Still left with
mascots,
Ivy, marked with a
it
spike,
would
tries to
be
go for a couple of
4-y,
shots, but Stacks
then it would
with the
actually be
Spectre at close
Genrong.
range
It would be
brings flaws
Genrong
to fruition.
afterwards.
And this is going to be at least the result
And
of
then it
Nongshim
would
having
be-
that
is
7
Bach
to 5
technically a
half,
mascot, or
to
is Bach
equalize
just
when they get
a
the weapons
plushie?
in play?
If Bach is
But we're
technically,
going to have
I don't
a
think Bach is
set
really the
play
mascot
come out
of
from
Paper
T1
Rex.
in
The
this
mascot
sort
of
of
Paper Rex
scenarios,
is
right?
the
Pistols on attack, set
Tyrannosaurus
playable.
Rex.
You've got defensive plays for T1 come bonus rounds.
But I would still rate
On
Bach
a map
over
that we've
Ati.
not really seen
I don't
too
know.
much
I
from them,
think
right?
I
With
just
that
feel
one
like
stall
Ati
against
looks
Boom.
so generic.
You know, they'd be at least having it in their back pocket with their game plan.
I don't know
knowing that
why.
They might even pick it in this series, which they
Like,
do.
Bach is a
What does this look
victim.
like? By positions, it's a little bit more just straightforward around
That's
the
actually
map.
so true. Bach
Back
is a
to switch
victim, you're
play
right.
With the Marshall
Victim
and
is the
get
right
out.
word.
Slot Izu in towards bottom
But like
mid, who
Ati, like I like
would
the
have a gate
drawings of
crash
Ati.
available.
Like
He's
I
got
like
two of
Ati.
them
I
to
met
get out if
Ati.
he
You know, I
needs.
took a picture with Ati. Like
That's what I do like, at least about this comp of T1.
I don't
They've got
like
options
hate it,
to
but Ati does
stand
feel generic.
Nongshim
But
relatively aware, though.
maybe it'll grow on me.
No
I don't
escape
know.
found.
up the guts of mid. Trademark positioned over towards market instead. You get that
Is
deep
it a
smoke,
Phoenix?
And it's just one
Did they say it's
contender
supposed to be a
over
Phoenix?
at that
I thought it
B
was
side in
supposed to be a
Stacks.
baby crane. Because cranes are pretty symbolic in
Well,
Korea.
These alone, that's where you start to get a little bit nervous as well. Trademark dealt with. Stacks trying to reposition.
Oh, it's supposed to be a Phoenix. It's even worse than I
It's a
thought,
great
actually.
relay
Now I
bolt
do
as
kind
well.
of hate it.
Now
Yeah,
has
like
to wait
Ati's cute,
inside
but
of
it's
the
like
smoke.
it's like if I just walked into a random plushie shop and dude, we saw the barrel, we saw the barrel, we saw the barrel, we saw the barrel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
They're
thank you.
spraying through.
Good trades.
Dotting their I's,
You know, it's
crossing
like
their
if I
T's,
walked
and
into a plushie shop and I was like,
Let's
well,
just
that's
DH and
cute.
Meteor now
Like,
on
yeah,
the
it's
left.
cute, but like it doesn't.
Gonna retake some space. Meteor
doesn't
way
really
too
do
far.
anything for
Here's
me.
the exchange
Also,
of Persia's weapon
why
from the
is
Guardian
T1's
to the
mascot a
Phantom.
Phoenix?
RB on the lurk.
I don't
Can
even
Meteor
understand.
do one better?
Take down RB. Maybe that's a potential weapon.
Pass me a 4-y.
RB.
I don't know if there's a
slicing
bigger
by
4,
Meteor,
but
trying to
yeah, if we're playing tomorrow, I can give
keep
you
distance as
something
much
smaller.
as possible.
Or worst case,
Not finding the
this
shots
one.
though, and that's where you play
But
off
I showed this on the
contact.
disc, I
Nongshim
guess.
picked it up.
Pretty clean bonus
Because
rounds
they
come
rise
through,
from the
honestly,
ashes,
and
T1,
only bonus
baby.
from
New friends, I think
Nongshim,
you're
right?
forgetting
They
the
get a little
fact that
upgrade.
to
You've
rise
still
from
got
the
a Guardian in
ashes,
play,
you
but you're gonna
actually have
still
to
get your proper
die
investments on
first.
up. This is where I feel like the storm that
I think
blew
we're skipping
over
a
on
step
the
here.
first map of Lotus may very well meet.
I think we're
landfall
skipping
here
a step
on
here.
Ascent.
You find that
The guns
light
are out
really
on this
disturbing?
defensive side now
What?
for T1 and an operator in play as well.
It's just a what? Everyone thinks Kirby's all cute, and now you think this is freaky? Come
or
on.
not. The Vice
Come on.
util going to be set up towards the A side again.
Listen, who does it better, the light stick or me? There we go.
And
Rate it.
Smoked off.
Wonder if Francis
Who
is gonna
wins?
be aware of where these vines could be to try and remove, as Ivy spotted out by the B side of things just by his lonesome self. The turret, the awareness point. Now the operator noted that it is in existence.
All right.
Should give
Chat, joke's on
Nongshim
you.
a
There is
little
no
bit of a
unfollow
call
button.
as well, and how to just slightly adjust.
Molly yourself.
They do want to angle towards the B side. It would be better for them.
All right, chat, we gotta lock
Barbie,
it.
those
There's a game
devices
going on here.
again.
What is going on with this wall? What's going on with this wall, Nongshim?
With the drone, though.
Okay.
Okay, gets forced
All right.
off, so at least you're all right. RB got to reel in that toxic screen.
Regardless, now
That
with the
chat,
information that T1 has gathered,
chat, it was just
touchdown
bait.
Buzz
It was just
alongside
bait.
DH with the
Just like
setups on
Domby.
Paranoia.
Domby was just bait,
There's
chat.
no other
Don't worry.
utility, straight into the dry
Don't
line
worry,
on
don't
that
worry.
operator. An easy one for Buzz.
Okay, we do need to like try our best not to go to the site with Vice on it.
Just ending up on the A site now. Francis though opening
Like,
kill
that
on
would be-
DH,
that
but
would be
Meteor stuck in the
pretty
corner, Still
ideal.
good for one. Spike drop. he
Where's
goes
the
for
trade?
another,
It's
and a
slow.
third.
Whoa!
Buzz
What
still
the heck,
online
dude?
as
Stay
well,
on
and even
Meteor.
though
Well,
Meteor's
he's dead
down,
now,
he
but
is a threat.
what the
Izu
heck
will
was
be the
that?
decider, and that will be an 8-8
Holy.
tied up.
Buzz has done well, so has Meteor there, really. Izu's just going to meet with Buzz at the end for the close, but Meteor head on a swivel, hitting all those shots, the headshots, the stalling action with the Thorns too. A little bit surprised
We
that
need it.
Nongshim,
We
you
do
know,
need to
against the chamber comp,
Try to figure out where the
clearing
Vice
a
is.
little
and,
bit
like,
these
not go
corners
there.
either together
would
or
be great.
using some more
Oh
utility.
yeah, sorry, I saw that earlier.
gotta
It was
get
the
a
middle of the
little
round.
bit
Thank you,
more
Lightning.
Pep in your step to clear corners.
Stretch it
against
out,
Buzz, you
chat.
feel like now.
Oh,
8-8, tied up once again. Enough cash in the pockets for Nongshim.
dude,
to
just like
invest
stage
once
one,
more.
Meteor just
Goes
single-handedly
to a
says
couple of
no.
These ultimates, but on the flip side, I mean,
Really making
Steel
use of
Garden
his
being one
very
away
good signing
kind of
bonus there.
screams to me a problem. When you don't have Danby's overdrive available too, you don't really have a way to still contend if your guns are pulled from you.
Okay, it spots Ivy.
Ivy spotted
I
to
think
B yet
T1
again.
already has a
little bit
pretty decent
pacier
read
now
though,
from
because there's
Nongshim in
no
the
movement
market.
on A. They already hear the neon.
Doing some
Uh-oh, I
shopping.
do not like this. They are
Great
ready
kill from
for it. I
RB
do
as
not
well,
like
DH, it's a
it.
little bit tougher
I
for
don't like
Meteor.
it. They're not thinking about Meteor. He
Has a good
gets
chance, gets the double stacks onto the third. The door shut in their faces, and the round is done. RB still around the corner.
I would like a timeout.
It's a
I would like a timeout
1v3,
because
goes for the
Nongshim
reload,
is
and that's where
assuming
your
that
position
T1
gets
is
a
still
little bit weaker.
respecting
Shock
their
dart in
util.
your face. Meteor
And,
low HP, sure enough.
They're not.
But how do
which
you
is
shoot yourself
very
out of
typically
this?
what
Meteor's
Meteor
so
does.
darn slippery. It's the right click at the end that does it.
That is a little bit kind of uncoordinated for me from
It's all right.
Nongshim.
It's all right,
They
chat.
do have the
all
right
good.
idea to get in towards market
It's fine.
there, but when they start to come out, I'm thinking to myself, all right, Ivy's going to already be through B main, right? No,
I mean, chat.
he's still taking his time to clear on
Chat,
towards
listen.
B main.
We're
Not able
like
to
in the
assist
best
Damian
win-win
Francis getting
scenario,
in towards the
right?
site. And just
If
a
Nongshim
problem
wins,
moment from Meteor and Stacks.
We get to go to Haven and see what they cooked up
T1 will take the
and
lead
why
here.
why they banned mine, which is great.
That
It's
one
exciting.
is
We get to watch
awkward
more
for
Nongshim.
Nongshim. Now down to the
If
eco.
Nongshim loses,
Could see double
we get to
digits
go home
achieved here
early
for
and
T1.
grind Path of Exile. So like, it's a win-win, chat. Don't tell the players I said that.
Buzz and wine. Operator available.
Did you put DH on your build? Oh, I saw your build
Slow and
diff team,
steady for
Victoria.
Nongshim, the
On
hero
paper, that build
stinger
diff team
for Danby.
is insanely strong for
Want to get up
kills.
close and personal. The drone this time not deep
The
enough
fast
for
lane is low-key
Stacks.
inting us. Yeah, I mean,
On
it's
line,
they're kind of
standard
expecting
proceedings between Izu,
T1 to respect it from
Francis again.
afar.
Tanking
But if they
drone
just adjust
start,
that,
getting out.
we can get a couple rounds back and it should stay close.
Now's the time to get the idea. Nongshim to be.
Paranoia and everything set across. Stacks
Ah!
Mashing to stay
Ah!
as a threat. Quickly taken out by
Okay.
the Stinger, but now you've got
Oh,
Izu
the
alongside
boot! Wait,
Meteor.
Persia!
Izu good on the
Persia!
opening shot, but
Persia!
Danby straight back in the
Yes,
boathouse.
make noise, that's right.
Shadows
Oh,
keep
what?
DH though, and that's
What?
where he gets to
DH!
prove himself.
DH, come on.
First
Bro,
kill foul,
come on.
tries
There's
to
a limit.
reposition,
DH, there
still
is a
comes around.
limit,
Now the
DH!
smoke comes in,
This
he dodges
freaking
the shot
guy,
too.
man!
Repositions into a safer
The
spot, but gets to
hell?
play with Buzz.
I didn't know DH was
He is
Houdini
so
in
good.
this one.
Oh,
He's
it's just a
actually so
perfect
good.
quick
Buzz
swap.
is also really good at
That is
that. It's actually crazy to me
masterful
how
from
many people
DH.
forgot or just never watched
When the
when
pistols
Buzz
are
was
in his
farming
face,
on
when the
Chamber
stinger
during
is
Chamber.
surrounding him, he's still able
DH
to
is
just stand
so
and
fast.
deliver and even
Like, he's-
escape, dodge the shock
Dude,
dart
he's
that
just
would've
in
finished him
the
off
zone
for Francis.
non-stop.
And Buzz pulling out the headhunter to get the job done at the end of it. Just what a safe,
Like, that was insane. Because
provided round, I'm gonna say, for
Domby
T1,
actually
because
played
they
that so
shouldn't
well.
technically be
He
jumping that
makes
round
a
with
step on the
better
sprint,
weapons.
and then he goes in on the
Nearly
far
getting
side.
drifted
Granted,
here.
I think, who was it here? RB probably should have been quicker on the swing. It does feel like RB is still oftentimes like just half a beat late. Like it feels like the Nongshim guys are just one beat faster than him still. It's like an uncle trying to keep up with the Zoomers. So that does seem to happen a little bit, but it's also credit to DH because he tucks back into the wall. So like, you know,
But otherwise, you still got to
credit
keep
where credit is due.
out for T1. Surely a round that they should have made a lot cleaner, but when you consider how
DH looks totally influenced. No, I mean, that's what I've been telling people. When I met him at home grounds, obviously they won against Zeta, but like he's one of those guys where you meet him in person and you can tell he's different. Like almost a little bit.
So much you got to consider. You got to challenge
like
Buzz.
almost.
The time in the
And I
series
mean
as
this
well.
not in a
Right
negative
now,
way,
right, this
chat,
time out,
but
getting into the
almost
tail end
kind
the
of
map, where T1
psycho
so
vibes.
close
You know what I
towards
mean? Like,
champs, and
oh,
for
this
Nongshim,
guy's not normal.
You need to get to that third map, otherwise
Like,
this journey ends.
you can just tell.
You gotta fight for
Like
your
some
spot
people,
at
you can just
Ascension.
tell.
This is a
Like, I
pivotal
get that from Hyunmin a
turning
little
point.
bit. I get that from. No, but
Unless you have
DH
another
is different
timeout
because
a little
DH
bit
isn't
later
cold.
on, thrown into
DH
the
isn't
mix.
cold. Hyunmin is kind of like that. Hyunmin's kind of cold. Jemkin's kind of cold. But DH is like DH is a kid, but he's like kind of thrives on it, almost unrealistically. Like the difference is like Dombi is a kid. Like I don't get that from Dombi. I still think he's great. Obviously he can become great.
That's where the
But
shot from T1 ring true. RB.
yeah, Chronicle. Yeah, Chronicle's another one that you kind of get that vibe for sure.
Trying to push up against Izu as much as possible.
For sure.
Viper's been invested too, but the teammate has just fallen.
I mean, we got Nongshim
Out in the
Classic.
open, and RB
Either way, it's a
could do
win-win.
it all.
Oh, he
Pushes
gets
that
another
across.
kill? Easy peasy.
It's going to eventually dissipate, that's true. 50 seconds to go.
Dude, DH, man. Calm
Makes
down.
RB go
This
down
freaking guy
so darn
just
low.
walks into VCT Pacific, thinks he can just start
Wall
farming
bangs
kills.
viable, Buzz puts T1
There,
up
yeah.
to
You know what?
11.
You know what, chat?
Feels like it
I'm
doesn't
now
really
gonna
matter who
DH
is
hate
in the back of
watch.
the boathouse for T1.
You know what?
At
I don't
the
even
moment,
care
they're
about
just
the
going
match
through to
result.
deliver
I just want
something
Victoria to
special.
not win build
First it was
death.
DH, now it's Izu.
Let's go.
He's getting around it despite the low HP, the Steel Garden investment too, but it's
Victoria,
just the
who do you
numbers and
not
the
have on your
crossfires, and
team?
the
Do you
two
not
of
have
them
Buzz?
throwing around the site
Buzz,
from
take all the
T1,
kills, and then
catching
let's
a
also
bunch
have
of the
Nongshim
members
win.
looking the
Let's
wrong way
freaking go.
time and time again. Very reactive in just the shots. Firing of the bullets.
Chobra High, do you think any Korea Tier 2 talent is going to get picked up? I think
Timeout
there's a
from
couple
Nongshim
options.
Red
I don't
Force
think there's
to
too
no
many
avail.
slots, but I think there's a couple
11
options.
for T1.
Obviously, the
You
Academy
get this and
teams
you
for
give
sure.
yourselves 4 series points.
They've got ones that could be
Chaining
called
up
up.
a little bit of this utility again. Meteor. Do like the fact that these lineups
Okay,
are
we
there
do
for
kind of
him.
need to win this round. I get
We've
that it's a
always
half
seen, by
buy.
the way, Izu in that
We
corner.
kinda
so
need
you know
to win it,
Nongshim
though.
have to just be very careful in scoping that
Just
out.
ever so slightly.
He puts himself in pizza.
They use the drone towards tree this time.
All right.
Pressure to push onto
That's
Izu,
fine.
but he's just
Turn the
getting
flash,
himself
we're
out with
good.
all that utility.
He can bait out a lot of the utility though.
Oh,
from
Meteor's
Nongshim
here
too,
though.
so it doesn't
Meteor's
really matter
here.
if he's
No,
already
it's a
utilized his own.
trap.
Makes
It's
this
a
round just a little
trap.
bit more weaker for Nongshim on
Okay.
the lesser buy where utility,
Whew.
you know, you want to be strengthened
Look
a
at
little
that.
bit more.
They're learning. They're learning. They're backing off.
Smoke and Meteor to reposition too.
It's very strong from Buzz also, right? Over at Wine in this sort of position, you still have your TP available, the rendezvous, but it actually looks like he just retrieved it to me.
Okay. We got the lineup for the snake bite, and then
Yeah,
he's
he
going
did.
to
He just
rotate.
pulled
This
it
is
back.
all a fake.
Happy to
It's all a
post
grand
this
old
shot.
fake to go.
Meteor taking the shot down.
Hold on.
Spike dropped.
Hold on, the
RB,
fake doesn't quite
not
work
too
if we drop
bad.
the spike.
Spike retrieved
Okay,
now.
okay, we're
Ivy
back.
gets
We're
the
back.
kill
We're
to
so
There was
back.
an overdrive used
We're
from
so
Dandy.
back. We
He
got
does
the
get
spike,
shut
we
down.
got the
What can you
frags.
do on the back of this side of stacks? You've got time on your
It's
favor. You've
just
got
stacks,
rotations from your
chat.
team.
RB,
need the
you
shots
know.
to be
You know how
collected from
stacks
Nongshim from
is.
here.
Come on. Come on, RB. You know.
Billing him out
You
with
know.
the DH as well.
Does anybody
Does get
know?
hit by
We
the
know
Pentagon,
he's in
but
the
they don't
smoke.
quite spot.
Yes,
Puts it
that's
behind
right.
Sword.
That's
DH
right.
trying to
That's
get
what we
some
like.
shots
Yeah,
in, but not quite
DH, no
happening. RB
frags.
getting the
No
spike down.
Operator for
frags.
Buzz, you know that he's been holding on towards this. But the 8 bullets in the Headhunter, that's where I start to salivate a little. The shorty.
Just so we're very clear, I'm a
Did-
huge fan of
Expecting
DH, but
RB
this
running
match,
around.
we can't
the
have
sides
DH
of
getting
it. 9
frags.
to 11.
No, 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 no,
Well,
no, no, no.
Nongshim, they are holding on. A little bit of spice on those noodles, but we're not getting it in the microwave or the pot, depending on how you want to cook them.
The
To
microwave?
make sure that they don't make a meal
Actually,
of a
they
couple of
do
these
cook
next
pretty well in the
rounds,
microwave
that is
these
for
days.
sure.
But
You
Komodo.
cannot give opportunities over to T1 now.
Microwave?
Where you've done a heavy effort in that round to get the round.
What do you think
to
about
hold
people who
T1
write
from
DH as
finding
something
12.
else? I think
You'll break
they
their economy
are
on
really
the back
stupid.
of this round as well.
Straight up. I think you have nothing better to do. You're really stupid, and your
chance
IQ's,
for
IQ's
Nongshim
probably dropping every
To
second, which is
hold
really
on
sad.
this map of Ascent.
It's actually kind of depressing, but, you know.
Crucial round to pick up. They will play it cautiously.
Hey,
All this
Hyper.
utility, though, over at the A side.
You're on
is gonna
YouTube for once.
detract
Yeah,
from
I
the
don't think
fact
I've
that
ever
this
seen you
being
on
in control of T1 has both players that could just get out after taking shots. They could have stayed
Okay,
there.
what's
if
the
they wanted
adjustment
to,
here
but
for
now that they put
T1?
Buzz
Buzz
with
has
the
a
tour de
really
force on the
aggressive
line,
angle with the Tour de Force.
He can stay there
Not
as
really
a
sure
glorified
what Ivy
current
can do
the
here to
whole
push him out
round.
other than
Stats, premature
the
Hunter's
nanos.
Fury.
Ah,
Looking for some damage,
no,
looking for
Francis,
a frag, and Francis falls.
They've got DH still watching
It's okay.
out for Tree as well. with
This
the
is
potential
the
paranoia.
angel school of
Gets sent
IGLing.
across, DH looking
You know
to
what? I
stall.
respect it, Francis. Getting ahead of the
Nongshim
curve.
managing
Getting
to
ahead
slip
of the
past,
aging
but still
curve.
Meteor on the site. Strong
You know,
anchoring
they'll never
alongside
expect
Stax.
the
He takes
18-year-old
down
to
another
call
one.
like a 36-year-old.
Dambi out from heaven. And
It's a
positions
grand
revealed,
old master
2v4. He
plan.
hops on down.
Oh,
First
the
one in.
drop. The drop.
Not too bad. First feed into hell, but
All right.
it's not going to be enough.
Time to let
Meteor
Persia
still
farm.
doing some
I like
damage.
it. I like the
At
plan.
this point, it's 3v1.
Persia, he said his confidence is back.
Not much
Ascension
utility
level.
left either.
Let's freaking go.
For sure.
Just the smoke.
Oh, little
Maybe an
switcheroo.
angle around Jenny Buzz! He swings with the Tour de Force, and now T1 are run round away from champions.
I don't feel any pressure for T1 in that sort of scenario for a 3 versus 1. Objectively, when they look in this map and statistically against Persia, having a bit of a rough one
Ooh,
on the
this
kill
gets really
department,
warm,
they should be
chat.
finding that night and day.
It doesn't get hot, though. It just
Hunter's
gets
Fury
warm.
he started off, and Meteor, he is just literally a thorn in your side on this Vice.
Literally.
Around
It
the A
might be
site again, locking
Chobra.
it down, hitting the shots. 3 series points
All right.
for T1.
Here we go.
Odin brought out by Stax now.
Don't like that, but this is faster from T1 up through mid. Odin spam in towards tiles. Not going to be meeting any damage at the moment. You need a good opening play. You need a faster, pacier one from Nongshim. The lockdown now can be used to B because the Hunter's Fury was used last round, and Buzz, the full spray. Ivy,
Oh, and it's Izu as well. He crashes away from the lockdown.
they're getting in front of all of this. T1 here, recognizing that Nongshim are expecting respect on the lockdown. It's not there. Stacks on the RB.
And that's
I
even more
think
bullets
it's
into the
Jover.
hailstorm. Dambi managing to maybe slip
I
past and
think
hold out
it's
from lane,
Jover,
but
chat.
Year's footsteps.
It was a
This
nice
strike
run.
has to be guarded with their lives. All the droning, all the shots. One more. It's down to Persia.
Sag.
He's been revealed. Izu silences it, and that will be the
Sag,
end.
Sag,
13-9
Sag.
at the end of a set. T1 lock in their slot to Champions Paris.
Oh, man.
Very well played from them today. A very clear directive.
GG, well
Destruction
played.
over on Lotus.
I
and
do
you'll
think-
even follow it onto
I do
Ascent
think
too.
T1
a little bit more
looked good
from
today.
Nongshim Red Force
I think,
for
you know, the
sure.
Ascent maybe a
But at the
little
end
bit
of
shaky,
the
but I
day,
think that's
this
more so
Titanic force
Nongshim
of
had good
T1
prep.
has had
T1
their
still
eyes on
recovered,
this
right?
ever since
So
they won their first
I'm not
trophy
full faith
over
on
in
T1
Bangkok.
yet for
A
champs,
slip
but
up to Toronto, but champions,
if they
the
can
biggest
prep
global
like this
stage
against
of
every opponent, like,
2025,
that should be really good.
they have booked their ticket there, and I'm very excited to see what they can do. Some
Stretch
old
time.
guard
Thank
players
you,
once
R45.
again on the global stage.
Let's get
and
a
some
stretch in,
new
chat.
ones as well in
It
DH.
feels bad because I do think the prep
But for
on
the
Ascent was
moment
really
right
good, and I
now,
think
it
the
is
players really
commiserations.
understood
It is
it.
a good game, well played
Like,
from
it feels
Nongshim
bad
Red Force.
because
You have
I'm
gotten
not upset
some
at how
mega
they
fans
played.
throughout this year as the ascended team
But
into
therefore, I
Pacific.
think they would be
They
upset
can
at
still hold their heads
themselves
high, Ascension around
because
the corner.
they
can
probably
give it a
it
good
probably
go
feels like they
in
should
that
have won
tournament
in the server.
to try and get back onto and into Pacific. But for right now, for this moment, it's T1 going to Champions.
But I
Paris.
think T1 should be pretty happy. I think T1 looked really good today.
Best shape,
I think
best
T1 looked really
form,
good
and
today.
You see it all from them, taking a very well-deserved foul on the stage. We're gonna toss it back down onto the stage
So,
with Jen for the
GG's?
winning interview.
RB was really good. Yeah, RB was really good. Yeah, I don't know how to feel. I'm saving my words because honestly, like I said, this whole playoffs, I think simply getting into playoffs on your own terms, like with your own wins, was
And
good. Like
welcome
that
to
was a
champions
good goal
T1.
in my book
Hello,
for
guys.
Nongshim.
This one's
So
for
like I'm
you.
not personally
Over here.
super sad or upset about this result. Also because I don't think like they were throwing or anything like that in this match either. But it feels weird to say
First
that
and
because obviously the
foremost,
players are
you
going to be
guys are
upset.
going to Paris.
So-
How does that sound? 프랑스행, 챔피언스행 확정 지었습니다.
You know.
소감부터 들어보고 싶네요.
일단은
As a competitor, you're
챔피언스
never
진출하게
like
돼서
happy to
너무
hear that that was good
과정이
enough.
순탄치만 않았지만 일단 결국
But from a I
저희가
think
챔피언스를
org and my perspective, it
진출했다는
should
거에
be
너무
more than
행복하고
good
그렇지만
enough.
아직 내일도 그렇고 남은 경기가 많기 때문에 잘 준비해야 될 것 같다고 생각이 듭니다.
Well, I'm super excited to head over to Champions Paris, and I'm just really grateful that we got the chance to qualify. It wasn't a smooth ride, but we managed to do it. But the job's not done yet. We still have to play tomorrow and possibly
No, should
in
we-
Tokyo as well. So, you know, we really can't let our guards
Should be
down,
favored, but
but
it still
we'll
scares
try
us,
our
not
best.
guaranteed.
Now, what was
Yeah,
it like
yeah, I mean,
playing,
I
with
think
RB
I feel
on
really
the
good
other
about
side? Did
Nongshim
it
and
bring
Ascension.
back
It's
any
simply that,
memories?
you
Were
know,
there any,
it's
funny
Valorant,
stories
so
on
who
the
knows?
server,
But
outside the server as well?
no,
RB
Talon still
선수를
needs to make
적으로
grand finals.
만났잖아요.
Talon doesn't care about anybody else's result. They just need to make grand finals on their own. That's the only way they go. T1 is now guaranteed champs, yeah.
있었나 궁금하기도 하거든요.
And a big part of that is them
딱히
winning
그런 건
Bangkok.
없었지만 그래도
Massive extra
영구
points.
러전이라고 또 상민형이 굉장히 잘하는 모습을 보여줘서 위험할 수도 있겠다라는 생각을 했고 또 농심 선수들이 굉장히 다 친한 동생들이고 형 선수들이어서 저희가 챔피언스 8이 진출했지만 그리고 또 이 선수들이 어떤 길을 걸어왔는지 알기 때문에 한편으로는 또 너무 엄청 행복하진 않았던 것 같아요. 그래서 상민형도 그렇고 남은 농심 선수들한테 앞으로도 좋은 일이 있으면 좋겠다고 한마디 해주고 싶습니다.
Well, not really, but you know, he was a huge challenge for us in today's game, and RB is just RB. He's always really good, always a strong player. So I knew heading into today's match that it wasn't going to be easy, and just knowing the narrative and the storyline behind RB and also the other Nongshim players and what they have gone through to get here and what they will have to do to stay in Pacific, I cannot be entirely happy for our team making it to Champions Paris at their cost. So I'm just hoping that you know, they can pull through and they perform really well and good things happen to them. Best of luck for RB and the Nongshim players. Now, I want to ask you about the Ascent pick, right? Picking into
Winning Bangkok was 2
one of the
points?
strongest
No, it
maps,
wasn't.
and we thought
Winning
maybe
Bangkok was
T1
5
prepared
points.
something new, but no comp changes. So what
Sorry, I
is
was
the
listening to
story
the answer.
behind, you know, picking into
Bangkok was a
Ascent?
big. Masters are a big
어센트 픽에
deal.
대해서 좀 여쭤보고
Masters are a
싶은데
big deal.
농심이 어센트 승률이 굉장히 좋잖아요. 내용도 탄탄한 내용을 보여줬는데 T1이 이거를 왜 조합도 안 바꾸고 선택했을까? 이런 생각이 들었습니다. 특별한 이유가 있었을까요?
저희 내부에서는 일단은 저희끼리 과정을 살펴봤을 때 굉장히 믿음도 있었고 그리고 상대 조합을 봤을
Yeah,
때 저희가 충분히
but
이길 수
that's why
있다는
this makes a
생각도
difference. Because
있었고
if they didn't win Bangkok,
며칠 전 경기가
they're not
끝나고 또
guaranteed
코치
yet.
감독님들이
So
굉장히 많이 준비를 잘
That's
해주셔가지고
why it
그런 거
matters.
덕분에
Win a big
저희가
tournament.
이길 수 있었던 것 같습니다.
Well, we were really confident in our ascent as well, and comp-wise, I thought our comp works really well into Nongshim's comp, and our coaching staff, they prepped us very well for our ascent game, so I think that's why we picked into ascent. Now, let's talk about DH a little bit, because he's been popping off.
GG's,
So,
thank you, cousin.
what are your
Thank you for the
thoughts
tier
on
1
how he's
resub. 3
meshed,
months now.
into
Welcome
the
back,
team
welcome
and
back.
how he's been
Appreciate it.
performing these days?
Yeah, I mean,
GH
you know,
선수가 정말
a little bit
잘해주고
unlucky.
있거든요.
But I think they
약간
played well.
팀원으로서
Honestly,
빨리
stage 2 I'm very
팀에
happy with.
들어가서
Stage 1 I wasn't too
위인분을
happy
주고
with.
든든한
Obviously, you know,
버팀목이 돼주는 게
thinking about it long term, but
다행이기도 하고 자랑스러울 것 같기도
you know, it's
한데
always
좀 어떤
bittersweet for a
생각이
season
드시나요?
to end. I think.
일단은
I think that's why I'm kind of like, I'm not actually that sad or upset, but you know, it's gonna feel a little empty not having Nongshim games for a while. But so that's why I'm kind of like, I am sitting here kind of being like, how should I feel? Because I'm actually not that, I'm not upset at all, for sure. I guess I'm a little sad, but
Well, yeah, I mean, it must have been tough
You
for
know.
him to try to fit into this team as quick as possible, but you know, he managed to do it very
thank
well.
you for the
And
support.
I think with T1 players helping him gel into the team as well.
I mean,
think,
hopefully you
he
all
deserves
enjoyed
some
the
credit
Nongshim
when it comes
games,
to T1
this year.
qualifying for Champions Paris too. Now,
So.
next up will be DRX and
But for
RQ.
most of
We
the
have
Ascension
them
teams, I
on
think they had the
stage
second
right
best
now.
run.
Who do you think will face tomorrow?
I don't. How is
이제
it looking in
DRX와
China?
RQ가
But I mean,
경기를
like
준비하고
all
있고
things
엑스로
considered,
선수가
top
지금
6
비글거리는
on your
눈을
own
쳐다보고
terms.
있는데,
you know,
누가
by the end,
내일
I
T1의
think
상대가
that's
될
a
것 같나요?
pretty, you know, in the stage 2,
어,
that's really good for an
개인적인 감정
Ascension
없이
team. It really
아,
is.
좀 개인적인 건가요? 그래도 저의 친정 팀이니까 여기 이쪽 사람들이
네.
이기지 않을까. RIQ도 굉장히 강한 팀이지만 근데 엑스페로가 60킬 하면은 RIQ가 이길 것 같아요.
아, 알겠어요. 지금 다 들어야 되는데 이거 번역되는 거.
What the
Well,
heck?
no personal feelings involved. Well, actually, personal feelings involved. I hope that my former team, DRX, people on stage over here to the right side of me will win. But RIQ is a strong team, so if Xpharaoh drops 60 kills today, I think RIQ can win. Well, thank you for your
Xpharaoh drops
insight and
60
your
kills,
predictions.
dude is
Congratulations,
low
bud,
key
and best of
playing
luck
mind
tomorrow.
games.
이렇게 해서
Dude is
버즈
low
선수가
key playing mind
나왔습니다.
games, putting the pressure on Xpharaoh. That's so funny. That's so funny. What the hell, Buzz?
Welcome to Champions Paris T1. It is going to feel so good to see this team
Oh my
back on the
gosh.
global stage. We're seeing Buzz here give a little handshake. Some of his
Um,
old teammates and his former team. And we saw a lot of
GGs.
that dynamic as well. 'Cause we saw
GGs.
RB really step up in that final map. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but you saw T1, especially with Stacks and Buzz giving respect.
Since neither Nongshim or Boom made it to champs for Ascension, you only need to make top 2. Yes, so now for all of Pacific, if you make Grand Finals at Ascension, you're in Pacific next year, and there are no extra slots for SCA, so it's just the fixed slots plus Boom plus Nongshim. Honestly, Ascension should be a banger. Are there any teams that Nongshim should watch out for? I think there's a couple, to be honest. I don't think there's any team that stands out as much as SPG did last year, but I haven't watched as closely because that could mean that just the overall competition has gotten stronger. So I'd have to go back and look. We will do Ascension coverage, obviously, 100%. And we'll do like the previews for each team and things like that as well before we jump in. Also, have you watched the K-pop Demon Hunters movie? I have. I quite enjoyed it. Who do I think will win the next match? I am kind of leaning towards RRQ, actually. I just think that mentally yesterday's win had to have been huge for them. But I don't think it's going to be easy. I think DRX will. I think DRX. I don't think you. I'm not taking any points away from DRX because they lost their previous match.
100%. That's
Let's
what
put it
you
that
saw
way.
in Bangkok against
I don't
all
think I'm taking any
odds,
points away because they lost to talent. I think they're still going to play as well as I expected them to before against RRQ. But it's more that I think RRQ might just have what it takes to like battle through it.
Vito is looking a little bit interesting.
So.
Their attacking side is looking a bit one-dimensional. I have a question about something. They improved
So Boom and
and they
Nongshim's
proved
goal
me
was
wrong
already to
every
dominate
single
in the
time.
second
And
time.
honestly,
Yeah.
I think T1 is
And quite
incredibly
frankly,
strong,
I'm
and
feeling
their
pretty good
form
about
is right
Nongshim's
where it
chances
needs
there.
to be
But it's
dangerous as
Valorant,
we head
so you
into
never
the end
know.
of the
And
year.
who knows, the meta might
Rightfully
change by then
so,
again.
We will see both Masters winners.
I have
from
opted to watch the
Pacific
stream
in
for today
Champions
after
to
you
try
losing
to
your
win
job.
a second
I haven't lost my
international
job,
title
just
this
so we're
year.
clear.
I mean, if you're a
My
Pacific
contract
fan,
has a
how
date.
can you
It is
be
not until
happy
they
with
get
the
knocked
fact
out.
that we're
Joke's
sending
on you,
T1?
chat.
They have the potential to play some truly fantastic Valorant, and I think we saw that today.
Riddle and
Meteor
Motive are
topping
deadly.
the charts there for T1,
They
but a
are.
very even
I mean, we'll get to
distribution
this. We'll get to this
across
later.
the
We'll
board.
talk about the
That's
Ascension
thing that's
teams
so
later.
scary about this
I
T1
have.
team
I mean,
is
I have the
there's
same
nowhere
qualms I had
safe.
about Riddle
When
last year as I
you're
do
trying
this
to
year.
attack
But
into them. There's no
I mean,
weak side
yeah, RB
here
played
because
his heart out
everybody
here.
is so lethal.
RB was single-handedly trying to carry them over the line. Parrish had a bit of a rough game, but honestly, I think T1 prepped really well. I think DH really. I think DH's value shines once again in this match because he's able to take these aggressive positions, which actually I think lessens the pressure on Meteor. So I think that's really good.
Yeah, definitely. Meteor
So
as
that's
our
it.
match
That's it for this
MVP.
season.
How could you
That's
not?
it
He was
for
just so
VCT
consistent.
Pacific this
And
year.
he's one of
Nongshim
those
will be back
players
at
that You
Ascension.
can just rely on when
Yeah,
it
the
comes
big
down
dream
to
is
the
over,
wire.
but
There's
hey,
just
we're back at
something
Ascension.
that
Honestly,
there's some switch
I would.
that turns on
I
and says,
hope.
"Meteor,
Obviously,
we
the
have to do
players are
this,
not going to be
otherwise
happy
we're out."
about it.
I mean,
The loss is
he's
never
on.
He's a
happy.
big game
But I
player.
think in
There's
hindsight,
no two ways
like,
around
this
it.
is
He's
such a
won 2
good
trophies.
first year
He's as experienced
in Tier 1.
as it gets for us.
I really
over
think so.
here in
I think it's a
Pacific,
good
and
first
you can
year,
see it play
right?
out in exactly these
Like,
moments.
put
So,
it this way.
T1 will be moving ahead in the bracket, and they'll be playing.
If you get if you pick up a bunch of challengers players to put into your org and a franchise org and you make top 6,
lot of the teams
People
that
are
have
thinking
already
that's a
been
good year. I'm
eliminated,
excited
Genji
for them next
included,
year.
need to
It
make
just
sure
sucks
that
because we're
Nongshim
not
is going
guaranteed.
to
But hey, we'll be
advance
back.
into the final.
We'll
The
be
same
back.
can be said to some degree for Talon.
Will I
although
see
a
you
lot
in
of those
Bangkok?
outcomes are
Actually, yeah, I should
still on
plan
the
ahead.
line,
I should
and
try
the
to make it out to
DRX
Bangkok for
RRQ
Ascension,
game
actually.
will definitely be an important defining
That
factor
could
as
be
to
fun.
who ends up going as one of the 4 teams through to Champions Paris from Pacific.
Oh, definitely.
Wait,
We
isn't
had one
Eking
nail
already
biter
in Ascension?
already?
Are they not
you
done?
ready for
Oh, do I think they would
another?
make it to VCT?
This one's going to be.
I haven't watched
right.
the games this year,
Oh,
but I know the
yes, it
players are
definitely
really
is,
good.
because we are not done yet. I mean, Buzz kind of did a little bit of a spoiler. Apparently, Sparrow's going to drop like 60 kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
be doing
I
that.
am definitely
Spoiler.
not
Go-
going to
if,
Paris
you know,
unless
in the
somebody
break,
flies
honestly,
me out.
Go back and watch that last map from
I have
RRQ
no
last
reason to
night, 'cause
go.
He was
I will watch it.
Buzz, you're
I would
not
love
supposed
to
be
go,
leaking the script.
but
You're kind of.
I don't really have
not
much to
doing
gain
us
by
any
spending all the
favors
money
at
to
this
be
point,
there.
But we are definitely going to do you a favor. When we get back, we have
Yeah, Ascension is in
DRX
Bangkok
and
again
RQ
this
up
year.
next. The winner of that
You'll
match
personally
also
fly
goes to
me out.
champions.
I mean, listen, my DMs are open. My DMs are open. But hey, honestly, we'll probably, you know what? I'll do a bigger retrospective on Nongshim's year. Now that they're out, also, I think I can get back to doing like just more comfortable deep dive on the Pacific teams and whatnot, because I've said this before, but it's always been kind of iffy because I'm like, is this gonna mess up Nongshim's prep if I like put a video out on this or that? So you know, we'll do that. We'll do like a little retrospective of Nongshim's year. But honestly, a good year. It's weird because like our year's not over, but our VCT Pacific year is over. So for all of you who are here to support Nongshim during VCT Pacific, I appreciate it. Hope you guys really enjoyed the Nongshim matches. I am glad that we got to show everyone the Nongshim flavor in Stage 2, especially for those who didn't follow them last year. So I'm happy with that. But we'll be back for Ascension after Champs. So there's a lot to look forward there. I am not going to stick around for the next match because, I mean, yes, also because I'm going to go home and grind for the Path of Exile event I'm a part of, but also Nongshim's going to have their last fan meet downstairs, so I just want to drop by that. You know, say hello to some of the fans and say hi to the players. So we'll be up and off. I'll send you guys over on Twitch. Today we'll send you over to, we sent you to Slicky last time. Let's send you over to TMV. Send you over to TMV today. Say hi to RB for me? I will. I will let them know that the fans still really liked what they saw. Don't you worry. But yeah, we'll talk about the overall year after the fact. Actually, chat, I'm gonna send, TMV's not on. I'm gonna send you to Lothar. I know people are split on Lothar. I am good, like, I guess, industry friends with Lothar. Also, Lothar's a DRX, is a DRX content creator. So at least say hi. Then you can go to whatever channel, but at least go say hi. You know, cheer on DRX or tell him that RQ is gonna win. I don't mind either way. Buy the boys KBBQ. That's gonna be a lot. But yeah, so thanks for watching, chat. Don't worry, we'll be back. I will watch at least the Paper X Talent game tomorrow as well, so we'll watch at least one match tomorrow. Not sure if we'll watch both, but that will be it for now. Appreciate it. Don't worry, we're still gonna watch party the rest of Pacific. We'll still watch party, you know, EMU and America's Playoffs. So don't worry, we are still streaming Valorant. But that is going to be it for now. I'll be back on stream in an hour or two with some PoE, so we can chat then. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all the support. And I will catch you all next time. Have a good one.